everyone, and welcome to this special Christmas episode. I'm not telling you the title yet because it's a spoiler for my players, but you'll see it above us all, and I'll tell you at the end. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I am Nat. I use she, her pronouns. I shall be your dungeon master for tonight. This is a little return to some characters we met last year. We'll find out a little bit more about them in a moment. I would like my players to introduce themselves for me, starting with Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Lagom. I'm a kobold. We're all kobolds. You want Dungeons and Dragons? We're the dragons. We're here. It's been a year. I'm very excited, and I've got a hat.
You are the dragons, and you are in a dungeon.
Oh my goodness, it gets exciting with every passing minute.
Let's roll through to Evie.
Hello, I am Evie. I use she, her pronouns. And I am playing Kerfuffle, who also uses she, her pronouns, and is similarly a kobold in a dungeon. All is good.
And Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him pronouns, as does Isn't, who is a kobold. Yes, in a dungeon.
And last but not least.
Oh, that's me. Yes,
Yeah.
hello. I'm Josh. I use him, he. I'm Josh. I use he, him. Those are my pronouns. He. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Tordy, who also uses he, him pronouns. Tordy is the editor in Kobold HQ, possibly, depending on what's been going on over the past year with,
You'll find out.
Yeah,
You'll find out in a minute.
I know.
Before you find out, though, let's hear a word from our wonderful sponsors and supporters. Great. And with that, let us begin, everyone. Hello, kobolds. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
As mentioned, it's been a year since we last saw you all. And in that time, you've all been very diligent and busy working behind the scenes at Roll Together. For those of you watching who might not know, who have not been here before or have not experienced the kobolds before, they help keep the Roll Together streams going. And they're also responsible for looking after the question dungeon, which is used in our Talking is a Free Action shows. And if you're new, you might also be wondering, what is Talking is a Free Action? Because we've not actually run it in a little while. In fact, it has nearly been a year. The last one was the very start of January in 2024. So it's been a while. So Talking is a Free Action is run by the Question Masters, who are multiversal creatures on a constant hunt for knowledge, and they used to kidnap characters from our D&D documentaries, and they would run them through a gauntlet of trials and puzzles and minigames to get to know the characters better. But like I said, it's not happened in a while. So you could be fooled into thinking that it was simply down to scheduling issues, or maybe the team was busy focused on creating other content and long-running campaigns and lots of lore building. But there's a little bit more to it than that. Let me give you a little bit of history. So, first, there was the Fluffles incident, where the playmaker foolishly took a card offered by a wily tabaxi rogue from a deck of many things and was banished. Then there was the Durrani episode, where the Forge Master lost a counterspell battle with a certain Chronergy wizard and was banished again to the Plane of Fire. Not great. The Poppet made a brief appearance. After that, reunited with his wife, who nearly destroyed everything when she escaped from her hand puppet form. It's a whole thing. Go back and look at old episodes. There was a barbecue. All of the Question Masters were at a barbecue. He was distracted. She escaped, nearly destroyed everything and took over. But our wonderful kobolds, they saved the day. They managed to get her back in that hand puppet. But since then, since the Poppet's last appearance, reunited with his wife, he's not been seen since. And neither has the Illusionist. So all of them have disappeared. Now, obviously, this has been disastrous, right? The worst. Actually, not really. It's actually been quite quiet. It's given you more time to focus on your jobs of keeping things running and looking after the question dungeon. There's been no uprisings or anything to quell. Turns out the denizens are just kind of getting on with things, just chilling. They're pretty content in their various rooms. So the Medusa and the Nymph have actually got back together. So that's nice. That's nice for them. The wolf, the goat and the cabbage haven't been trying to eat each other. And actually, the goat is looking more relaxed than it ever has now since the poppet has disappeared. So that's a pleasant thing, I guess. Pinecone the dog has been around for scritches still and occasionally trots off to do her own thing. And you occasionally go and visit the hag and chill with her, and that's a lovely time. So it's kind of been all right, and you've just kept things going. There's been a couple of minor incidents here and there where one of the computers that Tordy did his editing on blew up, and it's fine though. You recovered. Things have come back. And obviously, you're caretakers. You're not heroes, so you obviously can't leave the dungeon to go looking for the question masters. That's an adventurer thing to do, right? So I'll tell you what, though, there is the moderate concern of the big pot of jam running out with the illusionist not here to refill it for you. That's a growing concern. Now, the hag has kept you topped up a little bit with the odd pot here and there from her garden, but it's not going to keep you going indefinitely. So, with all that in mind, I'd like to bring everyone into the kobold's nest. So a reminder for those who've not seen from last year, we have, it's a room, there's some cozy bunk beds, there's a paddling pool full of dice, full of our lovely math rocks, there's a wall full of screens monitoring every room in the labyrinth and some other rooms as well. There is a cauldron of jam that is getting perilously low. This is a problem. We did a little introduction to you before, but I want to go around again. I'd like you to introduce your kobold, reminders of their job that they do, little physical description as well. And I'd love you to tell me about a minor disaster that you have managed to avert this year. Does anyone want to go first? Or I'll start picking on people. Go on, Sean.
Cool. So, Isn't is a little green kobold. Kind of has swept back horns. Isn't job is usually to be to schedule. Now, something about the past year that hasn't been happening is the scheduling. So, Isn't has been basically just going on jollies to the different rooms and spending time because he's realized that if he hangs out in HQ, someone will ask him to help with something. So he goes off and just hangs out in Waterdeep or in Luskan. Occasionally, when someone does give him something to do, he kind of goes off as if to do it, but then has been pinning them to a cork board which says to do. So yeah, he calls it outsourcing, and that's the big disaster that he's avoided, having to do any work this year. Great, and that's a good disaster to avoid. yeah, most people fall into it every year, and they are fools, to be frank. Mm-hmm. And I want to be clear as well that the Waterdeep and Luskan that Isnet is visiting is not the real Waterdeep and Luskan. It's the Waterdeep and Luskan inside the maze. So our nice, cozy, safe fantasy versions where nothing ever goes wrong. Just, giant statues stamping around and occasional money bags being dropped. Yeah, they're quite nice when you get to know them, though. The big statues. Yeah. How well have you got to know them? The money bag is a dick. Just the money bag just being like, no, fuck you. I'm a mimic. Put me down. It's actually a mimic this whole time. Oh, no. That changes everything.
Rewrite the encounter, Nat.
Who's next? Josh, you're pulling a face.
I always pull faces. I also always try to hide behind the mic. Uh-huh. It doesn't work.
No, it works against you.
It does.
Yeah.
Tordy is your typical kobold, sort of reddish scales, wears a very wears like a set of dungarees with a sort of ripped shirt, has a pair of goggles on the top of his head that he never does anything with. They just sort of sit there. He went through an age of watching this children's cartoon where they wore goggles on their head, and he just thinks it's cool, so keeps doing it. And I think the crisis that he helped avert was that one of the really important computer systems that they use in the HQ to do all of the video editing and capture all of the adventures and all of the documentaries sort of broke, and he hurriedly used a bunch of parts from some other ones, managed to find a hamster to help operate it, pays them a good wage and in jam, and managed to get it going again, and everything has been working fine since then. We ignore the fact that smoke sometimes comes out of the back of the new/old computer.
That's supposed to be there.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the smell of burnt jam, I'm sure, is fine.
That's good. No, the burnt jam, yeah, delicious, because it's caramelized, even more.
But not when it's coming from the computer and it's all sticky.
Everything's sticky.
Everything's sticky, but yeah. When things get burnt in other places, it's fine, but when it's near the operating systems, slightly concerning.
Oh, well, that is your job to fix, though, so...
Yes.
I do have
burnt
an
my tongue
important
a couple of times.
Are you cleaning it by licking? Yeah, we've established you clean things by licking it, so that is, to be fair. You have prestidigitation, but you've got to use
but
your
where's
tongue.
the fun when you got a tongue?
It's the fun when you got a tongue. Stick it on a t-shirt.
Oh.
According to the wiki, I canonically have a rough little tongue.
Got a rough little tongue.
It's one
I
of the
just
few
realised there's so many ways that could be taken. Carry on.
Now explain it to me. Go on. I've got 3 hours. Go on.
Josh, I do have an important question for you.
Oh no.
What is the hamster called?
Now, part of me wants to say boo, but I can't.
Ooh.
Well, no, because boo is Minsk's one from
Yeah.
D&D lore, so I can't really do that. Boo would make perfect sense because of the boo cards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
What about the
oob.
book
It's
card?
oob.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's oob.
Yeah, yes, somebody
I
said
don't know why
oob. and
turning
then-
it upside down. No, that is oob.
Yeah, it's oob. My brain took about 10 seconds to register. So yes, it's oob.
Oob. Great. Got to make note of that. That's very important. Tom.
So Lagom is again like his brothers. We're not sure how we're related, but we all live together in one big bunk bed. It's wholesome. Lil Red Kobold has a fancy little top hat because he's a gentleman. After the sort of the incident with the Tempest and the Poppet, turns out that the Poppet strangely built like a little wardrobe for his puppet wife and has a little jacket that Lagom is now wearing. A fancy little well, again, it's a fancy robe, obviously magical robe. Lagom doesn't get that and thinks he's wearing a dressing gown, which makes sense because it's warm and has pockets. His job has been just sort of general maintenance. It's really exciting, actually. Someone's put like a job board up, like actual heroes get, and so adventurers. And so I keep finding things like, replace the cabbage, and that involves having to go on big adventures. That's exciting. Another thing that happened is that people in the chat took concern with us and said, "Are you all having a bath?" And we went, "We don't know what that is." So we managed to find like a really big barrel.
Wait, no. You have a bathtub in your nest. It's full of dice. That's how you have a bath.
We shouldn't have put water in with the dice. That's yes. And so when you're trying to empty it up, and then of course all the dice go down the drain, and so that's taken up a lot of time that I've had to go deep down into the tunnels. Sometimes there's catacombs down there, and it's exciting, and there's other adventurers, and also I don't know, French revolutionaries running around. Anything can happen in the catacombs. So that's where I've been for the last few months.
Hey, what happens in the catacombs stays in the catacombs.
Again, put it on a t-shirt.
Meow.
Kitten?
Because cat undid it.
Cat.
Ooh!
Cat.
Ooh!
Ooh.
I say.
Well, of course, we don't want a cat because Pinecone keeps coming along. I don't know if we canonically have a cat in the... We do have, yeah, you know. But Pinecone lives in the
You got a
dungeon.
sphinx?
We do have a sphinx, but I don't think the sphinx would appreciate being called a kitty. So
No,
Doesn't
probably not.
play with the toys in the same way.
no. As much as we put them out, I mean, like, there's a ball, and the sphinx is like.
I do have a question about you replacing the cabbage after I previously said that the wolf, the goat, and the cabbage were getting along so fine. Why is the cabbage being replaced?
Well, see, now, a cabbage is like a prime minister and it can only last so long. So eventually you replace one cabbage who goes off to live on a farm with other cabbages and you bring another one in. I mean,
She's gone to the cabbage farm now.
It's fine. I was about to say, oh, we did that with, and then name an NPC, but I was like, I love all of them, and it would be too sad if we were like, oh yeah, we replaced the Medusa. It's like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, she's only just got back together with her girlfriend.
And that's the tragedy, that they've both gone off on holiday, and they're like, and when they come back, different actors. And we're like, oh yeah. No, that's not canon. That's a catacomb lie. You tell yourself stories when you're there in the dark, holding your little torch. You make things up.
Josh, are you okay?
It was the Prime Minister's comment, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was just so eloquently delivered, and just no, it wasn't a forced joke. It was just perfect, Tom. That was just brilliant.
Thank you. I will let you all down for the next viewing. I will say the stupidest things.
What, from now?
See, I need to be humbled, and it doesn't happen. There is actually a plaque where they bought that thing for Liz Truss, and they were like, where the infamous piece of vegetable was bought, and you're like, yeah, blue plaque, great. Anyway, I think Evie.
We need to go to Evie and ask Evie what your character has been up to. I also want to know how you responded to the water in the dice paddling pool incident.
Oh,
Let's
there's a
start with
response.
who you are. Great, good.
Okay, so Kerfuffle is a red little kobold, the only woman amongst all of the boys. It's an endless struggle. So smelly, so flatulent. Has taken up knitting and crochet in the year. Now has a lovely orange woolly hat instead of a purple one. Has a floor length knitted dressing gown as well to always be cozy. It's got a hood. It's very nice. Only a few
robe.
holes. Robe. Yes, of course. So when adding water to the dice hub, which is Kerfuffle's job, is looking after all of the dice, including the blessed dice or the Rebecca dice and the dice jail dice. When we added water, it fortunately, it led to a scientific discovery. Dice can become infected. And there was a mass infection of the dice. They kept rolling ones for a big period of time. So, after much experimentation, we discovered that kobold saliva is a natural dice antibiotic. So the infected dice needed to be kind of given the old tongue treatment, just popped in the mouth, popped back out, and they would be nice and healthy again. So we've got to do constant health checks on the dice.
Just give them the old
not
tongue
put
treatment.
water in. The old tongue treatment. That's what the doctors call it.
Yep, that's what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
Great, well, I'm glad to know that the dice have recovered. And Legom comes back to you just like, all of the dice.
I'm looking at the dice on my table. I was like, I could put them in your mouth. You're like, Tom, there are many things you could do. Non-stream, Tom, non-stream.
I think literally all of us are just like...
I was just like, these have never been washed. And I mean, they've only ever been in the dice rolling tray, but also, who knows? Need a kobold. Need a kobold to come along.
I'm not chicken.
There you go. I mean, trust Evie to be the one to dare us all.
Yes, Sean.
Fine. Home. Good. Now that's been done with.
Why don't you at home put dice in your mouth?
Don't try this at home, kids. Don't choke on a D20, and don't do it with a D4. That's dangerous. I'm trying to tell if Josh is standing really still or whether he's frozen. Okay, fine, good. Great work.
I was about to call time. So,
Yeah. The pause cards are about to come out. No, all good. Okay, so I have a couple of other follow-up questions about what has happened during the year. Now, we had an incident in the previous one-shot that we did not have time to address, and I feel needs addressing now, is that you all have your shared communal big cauldron of jam. But it turns out that Tordy also has his own private little pot of jam. And there was definitely...
hamster jam.
No.
And now it's...
No,
and
we just saw it.
Now it's also... Not only are you running out of jam, but it's not being shared 4 ways anymore. He's offering it to a hamster.
Oop.
I'm just going to leave that with you.
Nobody knows I have it.
We can hear the narrator. We're aware. We see you all.
It tastes like coffee. None of you like coffee.
We've never had coffee. You don't know us.
Times are tough.
Very well travelled.
I think the three of us are encroaching.
I'm a metropolitan kobold now.
When times get tough, have the coffee jam, as my mother said.
As the great prophet said, written in the scriptures, when times get tough, have the coffee jam.
I also just love, as a metropolitan, you were doing a lot of, like, sitting on street corners. As, like, the statues crush around you, you're like, so refined. A croissant, don't mind if I do.
Times are always tough. That's why I'm always eating the coffee jam. That got really dark. I'm sorry.
It's gonna get dark if we get no jam. That's not gonna power anything. All the lights are gonna go out. And we can't rely on the goats. People keep sending goats to other places, not to us. We need the goats here.
Yeah. What? If you look at No Die Park on the monitor, it's gone crazy. It's more goats than dinosaurs.
Exactly. He's turned it into a petting zoo. It's weird.
Very fun, though.
Well, yeah, that's...
You can drown in goats.
Oh.
That's how I want to go.
Goes
You're not
out of
kidding.
Oob.
A boo!
No,
An oob boo!
I'm going to point out that Kerfuffle does have like a whole rack of cards ready to pick from. Has been looking after them since a lot of cards aren't being used these days. But, you know, they're being looked after.
Great.
And didn't get put in a bathtub, so have survived a lot better, haven't been infected.
Exactly.
I mean, does this jam jar of coffee jam, does that regenerate? Or is it just that he's finding... Josh, are you just finding coffee jam from somewhere else? Because you need to tell us.
I think it is an endless decanter, isn't it? And I think, yeah, and I've got it as like a little flask of coffee. Coffee jam.
Well, it's all right then. That's a fix to all your problems. We don't need to play the rest of the session.
Yeah,
Oh well.
If there's another choice that isn't coffee jam, I vote for that.
yeah. I mean, it's keeping us up all night if we eat it. And we need our sleep. We need our 12 hours.
This is why I've not offered it to anybody, because there's still jam there.
The cues.
Oob is just sat on your shoulder like... just full on shaking wide-eyed.
Don't you think the computer's powered?
Just
Just running in the wheel.
It's just on a drip. He never stops.
But this is the thing. He's on my shoulder currently because the computer doesn't need to run because he's ran so fast that he can just get off of the wheel and it's still spinning.
Wait, is it powering this? Because that's too meta. It's keeping the cameras running.
It's very dangerous. Everything that's going on around us is currently being powered by that hamster. This hamster.
Well,
It should have been
we'll
a rat
know-
because then I could have done this. This is a
No,
hamster.
You've committed to hamster now. That's fine. Well, we'll know that if it is Oob powering everything or not because
Shamster now.
the what?
Jamster.
It's a
Oh,
shamster.
jamster. A shamster.
Shamster.
Yeah.
Jamster.
Yeah. A jammy
Jamster.
shamster.
I'm so confused.
We'll know if it's Oob powering all this because it'll all crash in a second when he gets distracted, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It's good. We're back. It's all right. Thank you, Oob. Thanks, Oob. All right. Interestingly, when the screens all come back on and everyone recovers from that weird power outage, no one knows kind of where you all went when the power disappeared. Does the labyrinth even exist when the power goes out? What a question. It's all right, you're back now.
No.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just don't think about it.
Is it like one of those old TV adverts that they released when they first started doing live TV pausing and stuff? And the actors are stood there paused while the person has sort of walked away and they're like, how long do we have to stay paused for until they come back and push play? Oh, is it like one of those sort of instances?
We don't know. We were in the void. It's scary.
I don't like contemplating my own mentality and the nature of existence.
Sorry, because fortunately, just before you start going down too much of a spiral with that...
These the same kobolds that were paused.
Oh my god, we've been
Oh,
replaced
no.
like the cabbage! No!
Before you start going down a full existential crisis, all of the screens, Tordy's screens, have turned on, but one of them starts flashing. The one in the middle has started flashing. Incoming message.
Is it for the big giant head?
Yeah.
I'm glad it's the screen flashing and not what was on the screen flashing.
I mean,
Before the watershed.
elsewhere there is just a goat kind of lifting its skirt.
Oh no! Take it off the screen. No, the world is not ready. What is going on at No Die Park?
Oh my!
Don't look at it, it'll corrupt you.
Anyway, incoming message. Tordy, are you gonna do anything?
Yeah. Poke. Push button.
As you push the button, text starts appearing on the screen, and it's full on like Matrix style courier and across the screen as it scrolls. It says, "He cheated the deal and won't let them go. Come get them here, the coordinates just so. First, a silvery man in the sky. The second is 40 winks of the eye. The final's a melodious poem. Can you try? Your usual portal will allow you to fly."
Riddles. Oh no, we maintain it. We don't solve the riddles. A ghost. An egg. The moon.
Oh, there's a free action!
Unfortunately, that does not work.
We get warped like 2 feet to the side. We're like, well, my favourite shape is a square. Back in. Oh, that didn't work.
I'll read it for you again, but I've popped it in the chat for you. He cheated.
Thank you, I'm a visual learner.
He cheated the deal and won't let them go. Come get them here, the coordinates just so. The first, a silvery man in the sky. The second is 40 winks of the eye. The final's a melodious poem. Can you try? Your usual portal will allow you to fly.
Kerfuffle just starts blinking 40 times. Is it working?
Isn't that the second thing we have to do, though? Don't we need to do them in order?
Do we?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I just take all of the clips and put them together and then hit a button. That's all I do.
Oh, maybe we all need to blink 10 times. So it's cumulative. I mean, last year we had to do a song, so...
Well, it says winking, not blinking, so surely we have to go...
Or maybe like if you do a normal blink, that counts as 2.
Oh, efficient.
Oh, it's all gone flashy again.
Ugh.
What's a silvery man in the sky? Like the moon.
It is
The man in the moon.
Let's go talk to the man in the moon.
Do we have a moon? Do we have a moon?
How do we get to the moon?
Got multiple moons?
Oh, I could have sworn somebody forgot there was a moon at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember who that was.
Oh.
Someone very silly.
Oh, narrator. Okay,
But who is he? Who cheated a deal? What deal? And why are we be giving a poem to follow?
Is it a deal like cards and points? Did someone cheat the cards?
Ooh. Like
Wait, who
in
uses
blackjack.
cards? We could just play blackjack.
That might be a good idea. Countess holding the little cards.
Well, I mean,
Fetch.
yeah, I mean, the first thing it says is he cheated the deal, so we definitely know that that's not they who shall not be named, because they're not a he.
No, it's not. It's not. No.
No, not them.
No.
So,
That could be the other one.
the beans one. Is there one with
Beans one?
beans? Is there one? Wasn't there one that had beans? Did lots of beanie things?
The beaver? We
Was
haven't
it the
seen him in
beaver?
ages.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what any of you are talking about. I'm gonna go cuddle my dice. Dives into dice. Just eyes poking up.
They're appropriately spiky, which for you is comforting.
Yes.
Oh,
So maybe we need to go where we fought the Tempest before, because that's, I think, where the moon is. And then maybe we speak to the moon. I don't know.
I mean, it's better than it. And I think, was the Sphinx around there? We could talk to the Sphinx. The Sphinx is good at riddles. The Sphinx will help us with the riddle.
The Sphinx is very smart.
But we need to...
Yes, to the Sphinx.
I think we're already moving. So the trick is we have to be like, oh, it's such a hard riddle that no one can solve. And we trick the Sphinx to be like, oh, it's obviously. And then we go, yeah, well done.
To be fair, we can't actually solve it.
Well, the Sphinx doesn't need to know that.
Yeah, that's true. We won't have to pretend hard.
Yeah, acting.
So if you're heading to the Sphinx's room,
Yeah.
now obviously last year you had to go through the tiefling's room and through the hag's room and through the river room and that kind of thing because you didn't have the hecatahedron of happenstance, which is the D100 that we get players to roll to decide which room they're going into. But you recovered it, right? So you have it. And you do actually have it this time. Kerfuffle, you have it. So you don't need to sort of go through everything. You can just set the hecatahedron of happenstance to the right number and open the door.
Does anyone know what the right number is? It's been a while.
24. 29. 18.
I'm getting a lot of numbers here.
What's your favourite number?
121.
Yeah,
I don't think that's on it.
We could
What?
try.
What's number 21?
There's only 100 numbers on the hecatahedron of happenstance.
Oh, stand down.
I was just putting a notice on the job board. Find the extra 21.
I've lost my D21.
Does anyone want to make a history check?
Yeah, why not?
No.
Do we have a stat block?
We do, we're sorcerers.
Oh, yeah.
Is history intelligence?
Yeah.
Cool. 13.
11.
Weirdly enough, 13.
Ah. Looks like Tordy is not...
Tordy, what did you get?
I'm not paying the blindest bit of attention. I'm writing down this message. It's taking me a while because I'm drawing it as a picture.
Oh, that's true. You can't write very well.
Oh, it's terrible.
No.
I'll say with a 13, yeah, it's you've done it before. You've watched it quite a few times. I'll let you with a 13. Just about. It takes you a minute of going. I think it was one of the. Was it high or low? No, it's definitely high. And then, yeah, but was it like in the 70s? No, that's where the beholder is. No, maybe it's in the 80s. 89.
89 flips. I give it a lick for luck just beforehand, make sure there's no infection.
Yeah, great. Cleanse it. Good. And the door does nothing because it never looks like it does anything. That's fine. You expect that. You open the door, and as you do, sand kind of floods into the nest room just a little bit. Even though, Legom, you have been sort of studiously cleaning and scraping the sand to make sure it's sort of out the way, it always seems to pile up behind the door. So whoever opens that door just gets a little puddle of sand over their feet. And you find yourself in an open desert landscape, bright sky, dunes for miles around, and a Leonin statue. A sphinx. A Leonin-looking sphinx blocking the door out, who, as you approach, just says, "It has been a while, my little friends. What is old and sometimes new, never sad, sometimes blue, never empty, sometimes full, never pushes, always pulls."
It's jam.
Jam.
That's the secret answer.
I love you all.
Prove us wrong, Sphinx. Prove us wrong.
No, that's not quite the answer I was after, but I suppose in many ways it can sometimes be blue.
Blueberries.
Yes, no, you are right, yes. It is always old, because it is old fruit that has been, yes. Interesting. How does it pull, though?
When it gets stuck to you.
But you can
Also, nothing equals the allure of a full pot of jam.
Well, I have to disagree
And if you
with
don't think
there.
it is, then you have not had an old jam diet.
No, that is true. I occasionally have jam upon a crumpet, but I will confess I eat other things as well. Sometimes, little kobolds. No, I tease. I'm kidding. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you?
So, you're very good at riddles, as proven by that. We had a riddle and we were like, oh, no one could solve it. It's a mystery. It might be a new room, and we wanted to run it by you first to see what good answers we might be able to get.
Oh, I do like a puzzle. Tell me, lay it on me.
Point at the picture.
I see. Okay, he cheated the deal and won't let them go. Who's he?
Well, that's what we're trying to solve.
Interesting. Okay. Won't let them go. Who's them?
Again.
Who's not been? If they're not let go, then it's people who've been kidnapped, perchance.
Perhaps it is the royal them.
The royal them. Maybe, yes. Come get them here. The coordinates just say... Okay, so the rest of the puzzle is hinting at coordinates to where the kidnapped royal them is. Okay, the first, a silvery man in the sky. Oh, my dears, that one's easy. It's the... If you were to answer my riddle another way, wouldn't it not be jam? What would you say?
Marmalade.
Can we stray away from preserves?
Oh, impossible.
I said to come speak to the moon? Or, yeah. Was that's not right.
Little Tawdy, I think you might be right on the button there. He kind of boops your nose.
Oh. Have I got something on my nose?
You do now, Sandy. Okay, the moon. Moon coordinates. Space.
Do we need
Right.
to go to the moon?
Well, no, that's the first element of the coordinates, and then you've got another 2 lines, you see. The second is 40 winks of the eye. What is another term for 40 winks?
20 blinks.
No, that is true. That is one option. Does any of you want to roll me an intelligence check, please? Investigation.
Nat, we've got to keep this going for another while.
Natural one.
18.
2.
No, the cast dice! Oh no! My screen just went blank.
Oh, yeah, that was the licked one. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Tom, I think with an 18, Lagom gets it.
Natural 20.
Oh, no, Tordy gets it first.
I don't know why I went Gormit there.
It's... Oh, wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Tordy, what is another name for 40 winks? You're on a roll.
Sleep? I don't know what that is, but sleep.
Sleep. Moon. Sleep. These concepts are linked somewhat, are they not?
You go to sleep at night.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Let's try the third. The final's a melodious poem. Can you try?
A song!
A song. A song indeed. Yes, a poem, when it is said melodiously, becomes a song. Well, there you have it. You have your 3 coordinates. That is where the kidnapped people are. Moon, sleep, song.
Moon sleep.
What's the song?
Well, I don't think you need to do a song. It's the... Oh, do you not know about the... Oh. Show forth, kerfuffle, the little hecatahedron you hold there.
Yes, it's been disinfected.
Oh, that is good to hear, good to hear. Keep it that way, yes. Now, when you use it to traverse between the rooms in the labyrinth, those are coordinates, are they not?
I suppose so, but they're normally a number rather than a song.
Who told you whether there were just numbers on there?
The illusionist?
Take another look.
I look at the hectahedron of happenstance.
So there are numbers. There are the numbers 1 to 100. But as you turn it with the thought that there might be other things than numbers on those faces, you start to see pictograms as well, hidden beneath, shimmering in the light.
This is much shinier than I had thought, and I've spent many hours staring at this. Is there a moon?
There is a moon.
Is there a sleep?
Is there a sleepy sheep?
There is a closed eye.
And is there, a music note?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, my.
You are good at riddles.
Oh, I did nothing. You figured it all out by yourselves.
It doesn't make any sense, though, because if it's a coordinate, and when we use the dodecahedron of happenstance previously, we have 2 numbers. The two numbers, and then the 1 number. But if there's 3 don't we need a 3rd dice?
Well, Tordy, there is only one hecatahedron.
Is there?
Sometimes people split it into 2, but there is only one hecatahedron. Now, usually you would turn it to just one face, correct? To traverse to a room. Well, that's simple because you are all of the rooms of the numbers are on this plane of existence. But to travel further than one flat plane, you must go in 3 different directions and dimensions. I can see I'm losing you now here. Maybe just give it a try and trust me,
Ah, you've never steered us wrong before. So, again, thank you.
But before you do that, we've got to. If we do this, we're going somewhere that we've never been before. Why are we going exactly?
Well, it sounds like there's people that have been kidnapped.
But who?
Well, the royal we.
Yeah, but who is it? And are they connected to us in any? Is there anybody important that we've not seen for a long time? I mean, everybody in the labyrinth is here with Medusa and their girlfriend. You're here, obviously. The dolls are somewhere.
Canonically escaped, yeah.
Yeah. Pine cones around. The hair.
Camera pans go. Pineco's just sitting there. Like, hey.
Is there anybody missing that we need to go find?
oob on your shoulder is just like,
What are you doing back there again?
Oh no, the computers!
2 words. It's a picture.
The Riddler.
Oh, Squiggle Masters.
Squiggle Masters is missing.
Oh no!
We gotta say Squiggle Masters.
Let's save
people's-
the Squiggle Masters.
The People's Princess.
The Royal Day.
Yes.
well, that sounds maybe less squiggly and more questiony.
Oh, it can't be the Question Masters. We know they've been gone for a long time, but we know that mission's for adventurers, so that can't be up to us to go save them, surely.
Haven't they just been on a really long barbecue?
Well, no, because I was at the barbecue and I've returned.
When did you
Oh,
come back?
I'm sorry. I think they partied on without you and just didn't tell you.
Oh, you should never go to a second location. It's not a good idea.
I mean, with how long it's been, it's probably a 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th location, surely.
They went on a dimension crawl.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound out of their remit, but perhaps they did not intend to be gone so long, and someone is trying to alert you to how to get them back.
Nice and fun.
Yeah. Well, surely we need to go find some adventurers to pass this message on to then.
Well, who else? I mean, none of us can leave. I cannot leave this room. Other than to go to the barbecue.
Right?
Sorry, isn't it?
The
Say
dwarves
again?
in the tavern, they're all adventurous.
Oh yeah, the dwarves. We can ask the dwarves, and they'll
That's
be
a
like, "What's the best story?" And we're like, "When you went and saved Squiggles." Yeah.
How did the Question Master... How did the QMs... How did they summon the heroes here to go through the... Was it their own power they did, or was it like a button that I can't remember?
There might be a lever in the jam room.
I thought that there was a trapdoor in the sky.
Wait, didn't I hear a rumour that you four helped sort out the Tempest situation?
No.
That sounded pretty heroic to me.
I mean, we didn't make it worse.
It's true. And ever since it's happened, I mean, she's disappeared as well, which is good, but we were wearing funny hats at the time.
Oh, could you not wear funny
It's a
hats
funny
again?
hat room.
Is pelt it across the sand. Okay. Thank you, Sphinx. We'll see you at the next barbecue.
Best of luck.
Goodbye.
So as everybody turns to leave, isn't it realizes that he didn't say goodbye to the Sphinx and is going to kind of spin on his heel, run back, and just kind of hug the Sphinx,
Oh,
and then,
oh,
and then runs off again.
thank you, goodbye.
Bye.
Just gonna leave because you're gonna have a little sit down. It's fine. You all head back into the nest, the hub, and you're able to find the secret door to the illusionist's special wardrobe that you've been to before.
I put a to-do list on to the costume room on the to-do list board just before we go in.
You put a to-do list on the costume board wall, or you put a to-do list? You put a to-do the costume on the.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm with you. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So we can tick it off.
It's nice to
when we
take
go.
things off.
Yeah. Great. Lovely. The door is locked, but you know how to get in.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And Happy Merry Christmas.
It's not that song.
Oh,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. It's not working.
One of you want to roll a history check?
You're not going to make us do it again, are you?
silent night.
All of us.
Early night.
Oh no, it was whale noises and the Macarena, wasn't it?
With Deck the Halls, I think it was.
There it is. Go on, just the first 2 lines.
Something jolly.
Music to my ears.
Would like to point out that Zoom is saying, "Are you playing music right now?"
Yes,
It
it is so melodious.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Download it on Spotify now.
sweet music.
A melodious poem. Yes, the door swings open. You are able to access the costume cupboard. So, as a reminder for those who have not seen this room before, the Illusionist, one of the Question Masters, has this room where basically all of the heroes in the Roll Together verse, previously just ones that had appeared in Talking as a Free Action, but now also ones that haven't. Turns out she's got extra room in there, and there's just all of them available to put on as a lovely little skin costume. Delightful. And when our kobolds do, they graduate from just being a little kobold sorcerer stat block to being a kobold version of that character that they have put on. So, who wants to dive into the cupboard first?
Costume change monologue? Is it called is it a monologue?
Montage.
Montage, that's the thing, sorry.
No, we can do it as a monologue. I grew up in a small town by the sea. My mother was a fisherman.
Okay, that we don't have time for.
No.
Legom.
10 more minutes.
The narrator picks Legom up and throws him into the cupboard.
Legom disappears.
Question Master?
It's diegetic violence.
The best kind of violence. When he emerges, he is wearing a sort of full black dress, has given himself little horns, and also he does have a witch's hat. This is this version of Amaryllis. Oh no, I look more like a scarecrow than anything. Also, fun fact, I ordered it. They gave me a crystal. So I'm now working with crystal magic. Also, Pinecone had sort of pattered in. Pinecone is now, well, because Amaryllis has a homunculus owl. Not a homunculus, a familiar. Basically, he sort of put like an owl mask on what is very clearly a dog. And he's like, there you go, clear. It's a given owl.
So,
Ow!
Ow.
so if we now go back to the desert area, does that make you a sandwich?
Yeah, and I assume I can raise the dead.
A jammy sandwich.
Boo!
A boo! Oob, we do not need your commentary. Oob. Make sure you have a question for Oob. Yeah, so this is, I haven't found like a
Legomaryllis.
Legomaryllis. I'm going. Hey,
Obviously, Legomaryllis.
Legomaryllis. No shortening. Every time, Legomaryllis.
Yes, amazing. Great stuff. I think you just get like with so you got a little owl mask on Pinecone, but she spreads some tiny little wings on her back, so she can have a 10-foot flying speed. It's not fast, but she can.
I'm not changing your name to that on the overlay, by the way. You're staying as Legom.
Leans in. Coward!
I will not be painted.
I'll do it! As he tries to hit, as we watch as everything. No, that's the video. No, I'm not touching it. I'm not breaking anymore. Oh my
You
god!
broke it.
I killed Sean! I killed Sean!
You killed it, Ned. What have you done?
Stairs, get on. Why did you have to touch it?
I'm sorry!
Stairs back.
I need to go into the catacombs and repent!
To the prison with you.
I'll banish myself.
I'm keeping all of that.
Void.
I'm keeping all of it. Even
My
the
life
corn,
flashed before my
owlbear,
eyes.
all of it.
I fell asleep for a bit.
Void.
Are you okay, Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Internet troubles.
yeah, you do have a little bit of lag going on.
Yeah, Oob, you should be in the bowl. It helps.
No yellow oob!
Poor
Oob. Have some jam.
He
Press the
does a
digitation.
Oob does a
What?
hamstery swear at you.
Oh no! Right. I mean, I can't be the only one who's dressing up for this.
Kerfuffle. What is Kerfuffle doing?
Kerfuffle dives face first into the pile, seems to know exactly what she wants, and pops out a couple of swears later in a giant fur onesie with cat ears, and then meticulously, oh god, you can't see it on camera. It's here, trust. Draws on little whiskers and a little nose.
Oh no, she's
Call
back.
me Kerfluffles. Hello, I have a baby voice now. Ooh woo.
Hello.
Kerfuffle has gone for the secret, the forbidden costume.
No one's here to take offense or to stop me. I'm taking full advantage of my freedom. Oh no.
This adventure is doomed.
Or very, very successful. I mean, chaos.
Uh-huh. Look, it even comes with some cards. Pick a card.
I draw from the deck.
You have selected Bubble Crash.
Oh no, the bubbles! We hear clattering from another room. Like, bubbles, no!
And I keep drawing until I get Dark Magician Girl.
You can, but I don't know if she's in this deck.
Ah, damn.
You can have Blind Destruction.
I feel that I shouldn't be touching that.
Oh,
Blythe! You keep breaking things.
maybe it will come in handy.
Yeah, it'll work.
Now, one thing that we need to address, actually, Kerfluffles, is that Fluffles not only did have a deck of cards, which you have recreated, lovely, well done, but Gary is missing.
He is a common item. He's supposed to be here.
Okay. You're gonna have to think of, like, what can you dress up to be Gary?
Ooh.
Oops, swearing.
Oh, no. You can't say Fluffernickel. We're on the air. Oh,
Oh, we'll lose the sponsors.
What's Kerfluffernickel?
well,
It's evolving. I mean, do we want to go get someone else to come with us?
baby, who can be my Gowie?
The cabbage.
The cabbage is my Gowie. Go run for the cabbage.
Sure. While you are running for the cabbage, Sean, what is Isn't It doing?
Isn't it, being a metropolitan kobold now, will saunter sophisticatedly into the cupboard and then returns. I don't have a costume. As dressed in a kind of apron with like switching to my Hero Forge page. A kind of leathery apron with like heavy sort of metal panels on it, a vest top, carrying a massive hammer and wearing goggles, and also is followed by a massive kobold mechanical servant. Has gone slightly rogue and has gone out of Sean's rogue gallery and has entered into the Sam section. Is dressed up as Dr. Blef Aloensis.
Incredible. Now, just to be clear, I guess, yes, you've disappeared out of Sean's oeuvre, but you have gone for something quite similar. So it's
What can I say? I'm drawn to that artifice, isn't I?
it's cozy territory, but also an excellent choice. Now, Dr. Blef also has a Steel Defender, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Called,
Who was there the whole time?
Who was here the whole time?
Well, so Blef's Steel Defender is called Glog, which I always assumed was because he was part frog. So I'm wondering if this one is Globald, the mechanical kobold.
Globald.
Who has been here the entire time, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Yeah,
person
potentially
could also
Potentially it's 3 mechanical kobolds in a trench coat.
Yeah, great.
could we also dress them up as Gary? No, it won't work that way, would it?
I come back with a cabbage and I stuck a mustache on it. It is Gowie the cabbage.
Gary, you must carry our loads and our
I'm
cars.
just a cabbage.
Ah! Ah!
You are a cabbage of holding. I immediately start putting knives in the cabbage.
Ow. Ow.
No, I'm putting in the handle end. I can put it in the other end if you would rather.
I'm just a cabbage.
Have you always been able to speak?
Yes, you just never talk to me.
We flash back to like the hag handing me the cabbage. Now remember, this one's sentient. I don't know what that means. Okay, replacement. The other one went to a farm.
You never talk to me, you let the goat eat me sometimes, and then you just take me away and leave me on a farm.
Maybe you shouldn't let the goat eat you. Maybe you should try and eat the goat. Show it who's boss.
It's very hard, I don't have hands.
We can make you some hands. Is there a Mr. Potato Head in here that can just
Yes,
pop
from
some
our
hands
infamous...
in?
Roll a D100.
Sure, I can do that.
Meanwhile, isn't it, I will allow, sure.
Full in character dice.
Sure. For isn't it, Dr. Bliznit? I don't know. Dr. No, I know. I know that he's Dr. Bleff, but I'm trying to
Inherited
portmanteau.
the doctorate.
I will say that there are like some little kobold statues that you can stack together to be your globold. But
There we go.
they're only as sentient as a steel defender is. Kerfluffle, what did you roll?
98.
Yes, there is a Mr. Potato Head.
Excellent. I stick in some arms, some little legs so we can walk, little top hat.
Well, it's an improvement, I guess.
I don't give him eyes. He doesn't deserve to see.
Oh, wow, you are a malicious god. This is
He has to earn them.
This is actually in the Toy Story films where they put in like a tortilla and it becomes sentient, which implies that the feet and the arms are the thing that makes it so.
Yeah.
It could talk already and now it can walk.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
You get your other olfactory senses when you do good things.
Exactly.
Also,
How do I
Gab.
smell?
Terrible.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Ooh.
Ooh,
No, Oob, I set him up. Tawny, what are you doing?
Set up.
So I'm going to go through a bit of a montage, and I go in. I look for now. Now you have to remind me when we in the previous one shot we had the kobolds had access to look at the character sheets, didn't they?
Probably.
Yeah, it was like a little
So, yeah, you can, like,
thing that we got to look at. Yeah,
Roll a dex through.
I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna do the same thing as isn't it? And I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone, and I'm gonna go for one of these Tom characters. So I flick through and I find one, and I dive in, and I come out, and I've got little wolf ears and really nice wolf claws. I'm like, yeah. And then I look at the character sheet and I go, no, too complicated. So I dive back in, and then I come back out. And I've got a long black trench coat with purple lines on it. I'm like, no, this is character who's not been seen on stream yet. Dive back in and then come back out. And I was like, I got a really cool idea. Dive back in again. And I come back out and I'm wearing leather armor and I've got a big bow on my back. And I'm now dressed as Jackalf. And when I go look in the mirror, I go, oh, I look the exact same because he's a dragon.
you're a lot smaller though.
I'm just compact Jackalf.
On you with the face crowns. We can give you like scars. You could be real tough.
You want some scars?
Go on then.
Want to know how I got this scar?
I got these nuts.
It's actually a knife.
I forgot when I did the whole hue thing, I was going to put a filter on my face, but it didn't work.
Unbearable.
And I was going to jump out and go, ooh, ooh, and then jump back in, but it didn't work. I forgot to do it, even though I've got it open in front of me. Now, how do I get rid of this?
You don't! It's
Stuck
Jackalf
there.
the bear!
And audience, he couldn't. It was stuck there forever.
Hey, podcast listeners, you're really missing out.
Oh, yes.
Oh dear God.
Oh no! How do I ruin this?
Oh no.
Oh
Horrifying.
no! They've broken the stream.
Josh is now just a full dog. No, a cow.
No.
You've turned into
There
a
we
Tom
go.
cow. You've turned into Daisy from the
Now got
pantomime.
anime speed lines.
Right, it's gone now. I'm finished. I'm not playing with that anymore. I broke it.
Give you fake
Amazing.
scars. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, I got some fake scars.
Okay,
I also
great.
don't have a costume because I'm Jakarth and I look the exact same.
Yeah.
If you're half as
This is
tall,
mine.
maybe you could be Jack Half.
Jakarth!
Jack Half.
Ah, there we go. I don't even have to use my own name in it. I'm still not changing it on the overlay.
Let me press the button.
No, don't do that again. Last time you did that, it still disappeared.
It just goes.
We have not forgotten your crimes.
Oh no! Again, I'll have to go on the run in the Parisian sewers. You can never outrun your own fate. Les Mis episode coming next year. Anyway, Nat, please take the wheel.
You are in your costumes. You are ready to go. You approach the door. You go back into your nest. You approach the door to the labyrinth. The Hecatahedron of. Yes, you got to tick all the things off. Great, good work. Kerfluffles. You now have the Hecatahedron of Happenstance in your paws. You are kitted out and ready. What'd you do?
Kitty down.
I'm
Kick it out.
Kit-Katted out.
Kit-katted out.
Did we take a break? Is it that time yet?
No.
Oh.
Don't argue with the narrator.
Somebody mentioned Kit Kat and I thought we took a break. Sorry.
You've argued with narrators, so you have to give me jam. Those are the rules.
I don't have any jam, I'm sorry.
Audience,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
were the rules.
I don't have any, sorry.
Liar.
Audience, Tordy was lying.
We've ended the Stanley Parable now.
Little Tordy the kobold
Right.
worked in the labyrinth.
Oh no, I'm Jakarth. I'm wearing Jakarth, but I'm a kobold, and kobold Jakarth doesn't have climb speed, so I can't get out of here. Shit!
He was, in fact, stuck until he gave Kerfluffles some jam.
Oh no, look at it, oh no, it's gone. Where's it? Oh shit, I didn't actually mean to throw it. I was supposed to have slightly handed it into my pocket, but I've actually thrown it into the void. Shit. I've now
Well,
got
now we really have to go on an adventure.
Yeah. It's like I needed to get rid of it for plot relevancy.
You're the worst kobold.
Yes, not
I will
me.
accept that.
Ta-ta.
My head feels really naked. I put the goggles back on. Jakarth doesn't wear these, but, you know,
Yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
he will be a 90s anime cartoon character.
So, what do we start with? Moon, right?
So we need to roll all three of them at once.
There is just one.
Is it like one of those gate things where you have to flick it to a thing, wait for it to light up, then flick it to another thing, wait for it to light up, then flick it to another thing and wait for it to light up, and then this blue puddle.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
what
nice.
I meant, narrator. We need to roll three sides at the same time.
Or
Oh.
coordinates. So,
Maybe the kobolds thought to themselves, Tordy had a good idea and they should try that.
we need to Stargate, yeah.
Oh, Stargate it. You should have just said so.
We love sci-fi here in the
I've
puzzle
always
dungeon.
got it on one of the other monitors. Always watching. I love me
Cut to
some
the
Teal.
DVD shelf.
There are so many seasons.
Started.
I like
I love-
Atlantis.
I love some teal. Oh yeah, Ronan Dutch from Atlantis is my favourite. Yeah.
Oh, I'll try and
One
Do the
DVD of
Stargate.
Quantum Leap.
Oh, with
Oh,
the first
Quantum
season.
Leap.
Oh,
Will
the
they
new
ever
one or
make
the
it
old
back
one?
home?
yeah.
Anyway, Kerfluffles, you
Yeah.
turn it.
I turn it.
I like
Turn it to the
Lake
moon.
Seven.
I turn to the moon.
Boom.
Come on.
Okay, who wants to open the door? Trick question, it's me.
Wait, no, you've just turned it to the moon.
Oh,
So now, what does the moon mean? Because otherwise we've just opened it into one of our own puzzle dungeons. We're like, oh, is it the Sphinx again? We're just like,
It's just a sphinx again.
Ow. Yeah,
You just get sand come through.
oh
Oh, look, you're a sandwich.
I was like,
was
that's
funny.
very rude, as I look, holding a broom. Oh, convenient.
The Sphinx just looks at you. Try again.
Thank you. Clunk, clunk. Okay. Moon. What was next? Sleepy peepees.
Sleepies. Oh, it's making good gurgles. And song.
La 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 la. Sorry.
It might help if we sing to it.
Yeah.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. No, okay.
Yeah.
No more.
Wow, that was his breaking point. After all of that, you're like, no, too silly. This is not Metropolitan. They don't do this in Waterdeep.
What does a metropolitan kobold sing?
Some Edith Piaf.
Feliz Navidad.
Of course,
Sure.
naturally. I don't know why I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
think of it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know that one. Could you give us a sample?
No.
Damn it.
It's not Metropolitan to sing when requested.
While you were having this conversation, smoke came from out of the corners and the edges of the door. So isn't it when you say no, you are able to just open the door and start walking out?
Can I taste it?
He's changed since he became a doctor. Oh, he's too good for us.
Oh,
I'm just a necromancer.
Do you all head through the door?
yes.
Great.
I still don't understand who it is we're supposed to be saving.
You'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Wiggle Masters.
Wiggle Masters.
Wiggle Masters.
Whoever that is.
The Royal Them.
Praise them.
Is it the narrator? Narrator, have you been kidnapped? Do we need to come get you?
Wait. Oh no! Wait! Quick! You arrive in a moonlit alleyway with dustbins and brick walls, and it is quiet. At the far end, a little rat scoots across. And as you come in, sort of all kind of humming and like being kobolds, there is a clatter with the dustbins, and one of them is rattled, and a very grizzled, greyish cat runs away into the shadows. You're in an alleyway.
We found a cat.
I think I'm a better cat.
I agree.
Or at least equally majestic.
Well, turns. Well, the narrator didn't use majestic, but we all know that it's meant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Well, for some reason, I'm looking through my character sheet, and for some reason, as the ranger, I didn't take pass without a trace. So we're screwed.
That's all right. We'll just walk at great speed.
I could just walk with cat-like tread.
Hardly say a word.
You head on down the alleyway.
Singing cat-like tread at the top of my lungs while I sneak.
Great. Yep. Lovely. As you turn the corner at the end of the alleyway, you find yourselves next to a large building. Red bricks, sort of beautiful Art Deco outside. It kind of looks like an old theatre, but it says the Russell Hotel and Casino. It's sort of neon lights.
Perhaps we need to play a game of cards.
Bits and wages. Will they let us bring our... Blackjack. We can play blackjack, and we can learn the rules. Will they let us bring our own deck?
I hope so. I only have these cards. Wait, he cheated the deal and won't let them go. Maybe someone lost a game of cards and is in casino prison.
The most terrifying prison in all the realms.
Are we trying to say that the playmaker is actually really bad at playing cards? Because that was like their whole shtick, was cards.
They never know when to call it.
Yeah.
And he didn't fold it, so that's why. Is that why he's been for a year?
Oh, it's a serious problem.
Do you approach the entrance to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I think this is a job for a doctor.
Yeah.
Why is everybody else's
Kobold, go
voices?
ahead.
Sorry, isn't it? Can you say that again, please?
I think Kobold, go ahead.
Glowbold heads on up the steps to the front entrance and is stopped by a red Leonin in a suit. Right, what are you doing here?
I will run up behind it. Pardon my my associate here. We are looking to enter the casino. We have a lot of money to spend from my various reverse funnel schemes.
Looks you up and down. Yeah, sorry, that's not going to work. Felines only in here.
1 second. Goes up to Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, do you still have the makeup?
I do. I have the pen. The pen of magic.
Make up me.
I've been waiting for this. I draw whiskers and a nose on you.
I run up to Leonin. We got off on the wrong foot. I am a cat. Now.
Please make me a persuasion check.
I will gladly do this.
Can I take the help action by just kind of being like, yeah, that's my cat friend.
Please, yeah.
Cats know each other.
Fluffle, can you put some makeup on the rest of us, please? So we all look
23.
like cats.
Okay, but Gary first.
If I must.
Gary.
I can't see it anyway.
You're very pretty kitty now.
Meow.
Again, I'm a really bad ranger and I didn't prepare disguise self either, or I don't know it. I don't know what Jakaf does.
Can you not make yourself invisible?
No.
Oh, I can. Woof, I cast invisibility.
Amazing. Great. So, isn't it? What did you roll?
I got a 23.
Great.
Definitely needed it because the first one would have just been a 12.
Lovely. Kerfuffle, are you helping Tordy Jakaf get in as well?
Yeah, I'll give Whiskers and a little nosy.
Yeah. Advantage to... Yeah.
I will note that Tordy's whiskers are a little bit more broken up. They're a little bit more disheveled.
Okay. Yeah. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Please roll me a persuasion check.
All of us.
Tordy, with advantage.
Okay, I mean, if I had disguise self, I'd look a bit more like this.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, sorry, I'll stop messing around now. There we go. I look like this.
I'll keep the filter on, though. That's
I'll keep the filter
Yeah,
on, yeah.
delightful. Yeah.
Yeah. Nat knew the narrator knew going into this that this was going to be complete and utter chaos, and that's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage, go away. With advantage, I rolled an 18.
Great stuff. Lagomarillis, you are invisible. Please make a stealth check with advantage. Kerfluffle, you don't need to roll anything.
I'm a very pretty kitty.
Yes, you are.
Ooh woo.
Ooh, woo.
Ooh woo.
Let's have a look with advantage. That's a 13.
Interesting.
It probably doesn't help that I'm bringing a dog in.
Yeah, so you've made yourself invisible. Have you made Pinecone invisible?
I'm not sure I can. I think it's a weird, shadow touch thing.
I could draw whiskers on the owl mask. Disguise upon disguise.
An owl cat.
An
The
owl
owl and the pussycat.
Owl and the pussycat.
and a dog.
Yeah.
Go on,
She
draw your
contains
whiskers.
multitudes.
Draw your whiskers on Pinecone. Yeah, I think what it is just you start sneaking and you're doing an okay job, and then you have forgotten Pinecone, and Pinecone just kind of trots happily after you and is like oh, 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 woo. And the Leonin just kind of looks down at her like, what? What is this?
I'm a pretty kitty, and I'm here to gamble. I say, trying to get as close to her head as possible. Meow.
Look, we have quite specific rules about the clientele here. I'm not entirely sure that I'd end my day quite particularly well if I let in a non-feline, let alone a pollicle.
How about if I sweeten the deal? I put a Yu-Gi-Oh card in his pocket.
You make me a persuasion roll.
I can persuasion. Hey. So that is 15 plus 12 is, you do the maths.
27.
27.
It's interactive. You at home.
What card have you put in his front pocket?
Let me have a look. I was going to draw it at random. Oh, would you look at that? It's a reverse trap.
Great. Is it shiny?
No, but it is horrifying.
Beautiful. Great. He looks at it and he's like, I don't think that I can be... Oh, I needed one of these to complete my set. Oh, amazing. And as he's distracted, you're able to just go. So it's not like he's let you in, but he didn't stop you. You all managed to sneak inside the casino. There are shiny floors everywhere, plush velvet cushions of varying colours. All of the pillars in this room are covered with a rough rope-like texture. There are various games happening. There are one-armed bandits along one wall with some cats pulling at them. There are multiple cats sleeping on cushions, just lounging around. There's a bar serving milk and cream and little cheese on sticks, and various cats kind of lounging around the bar as well. You can see a table of cards, people playing cards. You can see a roulette wheel as well. You can see a craps table. The craps table is carnage because as soon as anyone throws a dice, kittens jump up on the table and start batting the dice around and won't stop. And you can also see, there's something you can't quite see because there's loads of cats sort of clustered together looking down on something and meowing and kind of shouting at it. And so it's not just sort of cats. There's sort of the animal cat. You can see Grimishkas, you can see Displacer beasts, you can see Tressims, Leonin, Tabaxi here. There's a manticore with a little pipe. There are astral cats, whatever they are. You can see playing cards. There is a tuxedo cat with a cigar playing blackjack with a ginormous cat who you vaguely recognize from one of the documentaries as the Yule cat, is just kind of chilling, playing cards.
Please tell me there are Janmicle cats in here.
What is a
couple of
Janmicle cat?
cats.
Don't make me sing the song.
And behind the bar is a bartender with the widest grin you've ever seen. And on that note, I think we'll take a little break while we contemplate your next moves. See you soon, everyone. Take 510. Be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Josh slapping himself.
I bit my inner cheek when I went to say hi.
It's going real well. It's going off so well. There's cats everywhere. We're in a catsino. Kerfuffle is dressed as Fluffles and is a Kerfluffle now. Lagom has become Amaryllis and we've managed to sneak Pinecone the dog into the catsino, disguised as an owl, disguised as a cat. Isn't it is a grung, but disguised as a cat. and Tordy is a Simic dragon. Tordy is a dragon, is a dragon, is a cat. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, everyone's got a cat
And
makeup.
Gary.
And Gary the cabbage, who is now an ordinary man, but also a cat. Yes, good.
I was
Glad
still
that we've-
imagining that he was a cabbage, to be honest with you.
Got little legs. And is he Jellicle? We're going to find out.
We'll
He's a
find
potato head.
out.
He's a cabbage head.
Yeah. And our party are in search of the question masters. They're looking for the squiggle masters, but hopefully they'll also find the question masters who have gone missing, and the clue has led them here to this casino. Why? We'll find out, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just sit around and play casino games for the next hour and a half. We'll see. What you going to do, folks?
And I think, isn't it going to beeline straight for one of the one-armed bandits?
Yeah, great.
Pull the lever, Gilbert.
There is one free. Global pulls a lever. Roll me a d20.
Wrong lever!
Thank you.
Yeah.
3.
Wait. Do you have any chips to put in it?
What are we talking? Potato?
There is a coin slot.
Yeah, I will put in. Pat down. Do we have any money?
What's that?
A jam. And
Bit of jam. Should we put jam in there?
yes. If in doubt, jam.
Oh no, we don't have jam. I threw it away.
Oh no.
You fool.
Can I investigate to see if anybody left any chips in the slot machines?
Yeah, do an investigation check for me.
Oh, I love to. Got to be good at this.
DC
yeah.
is going to be, this is a chaotic place and people are distracted very easily. DC is going to be a 12.
Well, I got a natural 20 and I have +9.
Oh!
This is
You
what
have
happens when you
found,
don't pick your dice.
you have found in the region, roll me a D100 twice.
Ooh. Twice.
Riches beyond reckoning.
72
Ooh.
and 15.
You have found 72 tokens. I'm just giving you advantage on the roll. Great. And as you grab this handfuls and handfuls of tokens, Glowbold stands there with pockets that you can just put them into for storage. You have a little look. These are sort of gold. They look like a classic piratey doubloon kind of treasure coiny piece. But the symbol on them is a paw. But as you look at the paw, as you shift it in the light, sometimes the paw is there and sometimes it disappears.
I will divide 18 gold pieces between my 4 colleagues, and I will give Gary the cabbage a pat on the head. And Pinecone.
I suppose I'll take it.
And Glowbold.
I give one of my tokens to Gary the cabbage. Get
What is
yourself
the-
something nice.
What is the point? I have no eyes to see anything nice.
Winsome
Okay,
eyes.
fine. I stick a single eye.
Ah, Cyclops.
Oh, there's so many cats here.
Don't worry, Oob. I'll pat you on the head.
Let the cats get oob.
That is a good point. Hang on.
I'm still invisible, so I'm I could be the narrator.
Can I just take a moment to say I've remembered the companions for probably the first time ever on stream. Please forgive that I forgot one of them.
No, your recognition has been noted. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can both Tordy on behalf of Oob and Lagomarilis on behalf of Pinecone please make a deception check? You've got to beat an 11.
That rolled onto my leg. Oh. Using our stats or just flat rolling?
Using your stats, because you are actively trying to help your familiars blend in here and avoid the gaze of the many, many cats.
16.
Great.
6.
Mmm.
You brought a dog to the casino.
You brought a dog to the casino, Amaryllis. Amaryllis.
Cole. I'm playing a lot of characters at the moment. Such a big hat.
I think, Tordy, as Oob is swearing at you, you're able to just kind of like, you just put him away in your pocket and he's fine. No one notices. It's okay. Amaryllis, what are you thinking right now? What are your surface thoughts?
I'm thinking about what I'm going to use with my tokens, and I am sort of leaning against Pinecone. She can't see me, or maybe she can. I don't know. I've got a lot of thoughts going on. I'm jonesing for jam as well. It's been a long day.
Okay. And as you're sort of there trying to disguise Pinecone, you just start to hear it. Someone brought in a pollicle! A pollicle!
Oh no.
Who was it? Over there. I see some. I don't know.
A group of cats will sort of start hissing at Amaryllis and at Pinecone, and two very similar looking cats that look like security guard floor managers will come over. Hello, what's this? What's going on here? Oh, I don't know. What do you think's going on here? They've done brought a pollicle here. What's this about? What have you been doing bringing a pollicle here?
I'm kind of, again, hiding near Pinecone. I got cursed. I was a lovely kitty cat, and a terrible curse has befallen me. If only my fortune could change.
Oh, well, this is the place of fortunes. Maybe it could. Do you want to make me a persuasion check to properly persuade them that
Okay.
that Pinecone was a cat?
These
You
aren't.
okay, Evie? You okay,
Sorry?
Evie? You okay?
Yeah, sorry. It's just I don't know if you know this, but Cats the Musical is my Jeopardy category. So I'm getting a lot of vibes right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying
Funny.
to consume, you know.
Okay.
It's a 9.
A 9.
9.
Pollicle alert! Pollicle alert!
I drop invisibility. I think that's almost inadvertent when you like do my draconic cry. And I'm like, ah!
Okay. I'm going to give everyone a little free action before this turns into carnage. Anything anyone wants to do?
Having done the draconic cry, we now have advantage on attack rolls against these guys until the beginning of my turn. So,
We're not technically in initiative yet.
well, sometimes it's just fun to scream in a casino.
What to do? What to do?
Excuse me, I think this is a job for a doctor. What seems to be the problem here, and do you need life insurance?
Life insurance? I got the best life insurance I could ever have working here. Yeah, what do I need life insurance for?
Oh, well, I don't know. Say, for example, a group of 4 kobolds were to walk into your perfectly fine establishment, and then you find
Kobolds?
yourselves with no... This is just a off-the-cuff potential situation. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but you need some underwriting, and I, Dr. Bleth Al Meowsis, is the one to do it for you.
I'm just going to roll a little... can you just also make me a little deception check, please?
Yeah, gladly. Oof. Well, I hope that you rolled under a 13.
I rolled a 14. I think he might be pulling our legs. Pulling our legs? Pulling our tails as well. You said that there were you were all supposed to be cats. There's only cats allowed in here. I think these are some kobolds. Go ahead, Kerfluffle.
I'm a cat. Meow. Here. To look the other way, and I take out some Yu-Gi-Oh cards and just start stuffing them in waistbands.
I think at this point, though, there's been so many other things that they start. They're going to try and manhandle Pinecone.
No!
Cat handle Pinecone.
Rude! I'm gonna go to get the...
You can't get the better of Mungo, Jerry, and Rumple Teaser!
Fucking knew it. Sorry, I'm having a moment today. I didn't know this was coming, and I'm losing my mind a little
You're
bit.
working for the Napoleon of crime himself!
They're only associates, goddammit.
Quick, we must catch the train! Please, Skimbleshanks would surely help us in this situation. He's the people's champion.
They're going to start strong-arming Pinecone.
No!
At this point, I think we're not necessarily in violent conflict right now, but I am going to ask everyone to roll initiative.
No. I'll take my cap as well.
With advantage, 15.
Ooh. With not advantage, 15.
Oh, who I'm assuming Kerfluffles is
rogue?
the higher dex.
Yeah, +4.
Yeah.
With no advantage, 12.
Nice.
And no modifier either.
Tori?
With no advantage, 14.
Nice. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to start with Kerfluffle. You've tried to throw cards at them. I'm going to say that's not going to cut it. So you are welcome to try another action, but we're now in initiative.
I will attempt to lunge for the pollicle to get it away from the twins, from the twinsies.
This sounds like a contested grapple check.
Contested grapple. Oh no, I'm not very strong, but I'll try it anyway.
I mean, to be fair, neither are they.
No. I should have gotten like a turkey or something, like some diamonds to distract them.
Well, I mean, you do also have coins.
You true?
I could just throw coins at them. You know what? I'm going to throw coins at them.
Like a meow.
I was going to say, they're not meowths, are they?
No.
That's right.
What do you want? Do you want me to roll something to just?
For coins, let's go with. Are you trying to hit them, or are you just trying to distract them?
Distract.
Okay. Let's do a performance check.
Sure. Ooh, that's a 19 for a 23.
Amazing. I'll just do a little wisdom save for them both. But it's not looking good. In fact, no, they can't beat a 23.
Excellent. Look, shiny objects, sparkling, expensive.
Tokens! Tokens! Oh, treasure! They'll dive and start gathering up all the coins.
Cool. Then cunning action. If they've left Pinecone away, I go for Pinecone.
We'll just give you a little lick.
My jam on my cheeks. No, it was there for emergencies.
You're now immune!
Great. Are you going to move? Now you're
Yeah,
grabbing-
I'm going to move across the busy casino.
Okay, cool. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, okay. There's another 19 plus a 12.
Sure. I was about to say with disadvantage, but that feels mean because I was slow on it. So I will give you that because you are very good at this. Because obviously everyone was looking at the pollicle. But let's flavour it as, because you've thrown the coins, it's not just Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer that have been distracted. More cats have started I mean, there's just a small shiny object skittering across this shiny, shiny floor. So that is just, there's lots of attention and scrabbling. Great. Okay. So you've gone into the crowd. So it's going to be Lagomarilis next.
I'm just laughing because I'm imagining all the cats being here, and you're just like, Bustopher Jones comes down from the canteen.
There was a tuxedo cat playing cards.
Oh my god, he's a hero!
That could have been Mistopheles, to be fair.
You must understand, he's not skin and bones. And then in the film, he's like, I'm nervous about my weight. You're not Bustopher Jones. You're a big king. Anyway, I have a spell called Hide in One's Shadow. I'm going to cast that on my best friend. Sorry, Pinecone, you get to stay with me, but you're being a secret owl / dog / cat / best friend.
Have you chased after Kerfluffle to cast this?
Yes, I suppose I'm running after Pinecone and Kerfluffle. Like, I don't know if there's an attack. No, they're distracted. It's not like an attack.
Everyone's distracted. It's not an attack thing. You're not going to get an attack of opportunity. But do you want to make me some kind of check to track them in this crowd? Kerfluffle did roll pretty high.
Okay. I'm going to make a nature check of all things, because it is my nature.
Can you smell dog in this room full of cats?
Always. She's very fragrant. She's a working dog. I can tell you with a 7, maybe I can't smell her.
No. So you run into the crowd in the general direction that Kerfluffles went, but you're not able to directly keep up?
I mean, she technically is my familiar, but I think it's funny that I just don't quite know. You're just... I think in that I have now done the thing of, like, as it's... Like, if we imagine this as a kid's heist movie, I'm now running along the table, going, sorry.
Ow!
Terribly sorry. There's a polycule or something happening. I don't know. They're so excited. So I'm assuming I've got a vague idea, but I haven't.
You can hold it for when you see.
Yes.
That's fine. Yeah.
Like shadows, like gathering around my hands. I'm like, oh, actual magic.
We might have circumnavigated the first problem, which is the attention on Pinecone. But isn't it? Was there? No, sorry. It'd be Tordy Jackhalf. Was there anything that you did want to do to sort of secure that distraction, or try and track Kerfluffle, or anything like that?
Are there any disco balls in here?
Yeah, there's a couple in the ceiling.
I'm going to move, so I'm right underneath one of them. I'm going to rub my fingers together. And I'm going to use prestidigitation to make a sensory effect of a little red light that reflects off of it. And it makes loads of the little red dotty lights just sort of spring up everywhere.
Amazing. You're just using prestidigitation for that. No roll needed. You can just do that. All of the tables where cats were not playing games previously have now become distracted because you've done it on a disco ball. So the entire room is filled with lasers.
Yeah. Ultimate chaos.
I think everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw to not get bundled by cats.
It really has turned into Ocean's 11, where we're trying to dodge under lasers.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
I'm also going to whisper to Pinecone, now you need to be very quiet. We're doing the opposite to being heard all over the park. So not heard anywhere in the park's vicinity. Yes, quiet, good. Meow? Good enough.
Best girl. So
Best girl. Sorry, what were we rolling?
Dexterity saving throw. Tordy, it sounds like you've got a story.
Well, so I don't understand your calf at all. He doesn't have passive at a trace. He can't disguise himself. He didn't roll the highest or the second highest on the initiative. But he did roll, or I did with him roll a natural 20 for a 28 on my dexterity saving throw. So I knew it was coming, and I avoid all of the cats. I do give somebody a hug, but I don't get bundled by them.
Great. Amazing. Lovely. Did you want to do oh, no, sorry. We'll go around. Isn't it? What did you roll?
A 9.
Sure.
Yep.
I'm going to say there's no damage here, but you're going to be grappled by cats. Because some of those dots are on you. Yeah.
Oh no! Stop us!
You're just getting a little chew. But it's not doing damage.
I was just looking for the Steel Defender stats as well, because it has been it's been a hot minute since I had one. Does anyone remember where they are in D&D Beyond?
I think they are under your features and traits. It'll say Steel Defender, and then if you scroll down a bit, it'll have the hit points and stuff. I think stat-wise, I think they just use your stats, I think.
No, they've got their own stat block.
Oh, have they? I will.
Yeah. Well, Global got 19, so.
Nice. Then they're fine. No problems here. Look on Morales.
Global, help!
I've been kidnapped.
Blah. Shoo.
12.
Yeah, I think you're also going to get glomped by some cats.
I am on the table, so it makes sense.
Oh dear. Yeah. You're on the craps table. So you fell on some dice. It's quite painful.
Owie!
But was it 10 dice all at once, or was it one dice 10 times in a row?
Oh no.
Weirdly, one dice 10 times is like,
It's not a D4 though, so it could have been worse. It's okay.
it's a D2, that's just a coin. I heard.
How?
Owie!
Kerfluffles, I'm assuming you were okay with a dex saving throw, but...
Low for me, but 18.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Great. It's your turn. That didn't go the way I planned it to. Isn't it your turn?
What? Oh, cool. I was considering doing a thing, and then I thought, no, cats are probably Dexy. So I might do... No one's really attacked, which makes me reluctant to attack. So
attack.
I think...
Oh.
Okay. Isn't / Dr. Blefafuensis will kind of step back and say, you should have taken out the life insurance. I'm going to use Conjure Barrage. The barrage that I wish to conjure is lawsuits.
And what are you just slapping cats with paper?
Each creature in a 60-foot cone must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. It's still dexterity, but hey-ho. They take 3d8 damage on a failed save. Or whatever damage, a lawsuit would do. Leave it up to the narrator.
Financial damage?
I mean, there's a lot of money in this room.
Also, cat multiple life insurance again.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
basically Global just goes around serving notice to all of the cats in the cone.
Goes up with each life.
I don't actually have the stat block for a cat handy because it was not my intention for you to fight the cats. But I will give Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer a roll. Okay, so Mungo Jerry rolled an 8, Rumpelteazer rolled a non-nat 20.
Well, yeah, the DC was 19, so.
Ooh, okay. So the cats that are on you, they're sort of you're still kind of grappled, they're still kind of there, so they don't really take. They're just kind of part of your outfit now. I'm afraid they're just there. What you do is this flurry of pieces of paper of lawsuits just kind of sweep through the room. And let's say that you were sort of more in the middle of the room, and they'd started to take Pinecone towards the door, and then obviously Pinecone was skittered away. So they skitter not here, weird. So they were between you and the door. So you do this big flurry of papers, and all of the little cats that are in that cone are just swept out the building. They're just flushed out. And then, what did you say? Was it how many d6 of damage?
3d8.
Oh, 3d8. Goodness. Yeah. Do you want to roll that damage, please?
You can take some fiscal damage here. Oh. Quite low. 8.
8 each.
Yes.
Great. So the coins that they were scrabbling up and trying to catch, also 8 of those, you'd thrown 18 down. 8 of them are also swept up in this cone, this flurry cone, and start scrabbling it out. And they, in their sort of rage to grab them, they're also buffeted by these letters and flying coins. Ow! Ow! And they'd start turning. What is that? Say that again.
I've made a grave error.
All right. Okay, great. And what is Global doing?
I think I totally remember that Global was there.
Yeah, of course.
I think we're going to go for the old classic, the force empowered rend.
Nice.
Which I think in this situation is actually.
Sorry.
Yes, it is more kind of gets the arm and then just goes for it. No, on the skin.
Biscuiting.
Ow, rude. Which one are you going for?
Which one did I hit?
Munga Jerry.
Then the other one.
You're gonna go for Rumpelteazer. Okay.
Yes.
What's that called? That's
I don't know that the name that it was known by when I was a kid is allowed anymore.
no.
So I don't
I didn't know what it was called now, though. That's the thing.
Friction burn, maybe. It's boring.
I've heard mule bite.
That's probably
Answers
the
in chat.
term then.
What'd you roll?
That was an 18.
Just hits.
1d8 plus 4.
Wait, just.
Ah.
Damn.
They're Dexy. 5
They are acrobats.
I think I can do the
are
extra.
acrobats.
Acrob. No.
Acrocats.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was going to go for, and then it was just going to.
Also tightrope walkers.
Oh, I can. So once per turn, when I hit a target with a magic weapon or your steel defender hits a target, I can deliver an extra 2d6 force damage. So I think, seeing as that was so measly, I'm going to do that again.
Great.
That's an additional 5 for 10 total.
Great. Yes, she shrieks in a very annoying Cockney way. Meow!
Doesn't go a little bit Chewbacca.
But both of them are very sort of stretchily poised and ready to pounce. Before that, I would like to know everyone's surface thoughts, please. We've had Legomorillus, Kerfluffle.
Fluffle is probably currently beneath one of the tables with Pinecone, and is just kind of looking at all the cats prancing about and just thinking they're so majestic. And is also occasionally just looking at the dice, being like, "Must add them to the collection."
What about Isn't It?
I think Isn't is just like a kind of like how a swan is calm on the surface and paddling underneath, except Isn't It is more like a pigeon on the outside and also a swan underneath. On the inside, Isn't It is just like, "Ah, what do you do this?"
Why did I just go for one of the easy characters? Ah!
Amazing. And Tordy?
I think Tordy is easily avoiding all of these things, and it's sort of got a 10-yard stare as he's avoiding everything. And in his surface levels thoughts are, baby jam do 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 do, baby jam do 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 do, baby jam do 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 do, baby jam, and that's it. As he's just whoop, 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 not even thinking of anything.
Okay, in that case, given everything that we know, actually, no, I want to check in with Legomorous as well, actually, because things have changed slightly since we learned what you were thinking.
Oh, well, we always knew it was going to end this way, buried under a pile of cats. Well, I don't like the musical Cats so much. I prefer one that's a bit more green. Looks at the camera. We can't sing that one, but holds the broom up.
Something has changed in Legom.
Look,
Something is not the same.
sky.
That sounds
Wonderful, thank you.
We could try defying the lawsuit.
The laws of gravity.
Yes.
And we watch the cats do the ineffectual guard thing of like, oh,
I'm stuck.
no.
I like the idea that the narrator says the laws of gravity and all the cats just go, McCavity! Before going back to what they were doing.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Kerfuffle, can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh no.
I can certainly try.
You said it. It's now happened.
Lufa's here.
That one.
Yay!
Oh no.
I need to disinfect this dice.
Lick it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the mouth it goes.
Interesting. Okay. In amongst the chaos that's happening, whilst Mungo, Jerry and Rumpel Teaser are hissing and ready to pounce, all of you make me a perception check, please.
Hmm.
15.
Mm-hmm. Any more for any more? 9.
There's a 19 on the dice for an 18.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Amazing. Okay, so Isn't and Tordy, amongst all this, you've noticed actually there is a few cats that have not reacted to the carnage that's happening. There are a few cats that are still sleeping on the cushions. Tordy, with your 23, what you have noticed is actually 3 of them. The 3 that are sleeping look exactly the same. Ginger cat. Quite long. Bit scraggly. And as you sort of suddenly realise that all 3 of these cats look identical and have been sleeping this entire time, they'll all sort of yawn and stretch. And just sort of do the big arch and then stand up. As you notice that, as the cat stands up, just sort of lazily, just a little shrug and clicks. And kerfluffle, you hear a voice in your head. You're better than all of them. You look like you should be on our side. Want to help defend?
Question, are you the royal they?
People have called me many names. You can call me the Hidden Paw.
Oh.
Flashback to the golden coin that Isn't It looked at with the paw that disappeared in the right light. Flashback.
I'm guessing that mechanically I am convinced that I am better?
He has cast Dominate Person. You have a telepathic link to him. He has issued you the command to defend the casino, the casino. Until if you take damage, you're allowed to make another Wisdom saving throw, and if that succeeds, then the spell ends. Until the end of McCavity's next turn, you do as he says.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All my childhood dreams are coming true.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
So these three ginger cats just lazily start walking into the room, and it's like all the rest of the cats, the ones that were blown away by the cone, sure, they disappeared. It's almost like the rest of them know it's time to scarper, it's time to be scarce. The bartender, who was smiling before, disappears from the tail upwards in a spiral until just the smile is left, and then just poofs away. The Yule cat kind of gives a giant and just like doof, 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 and just walks through, like a little portal appears and it walks through and the portal closes immediately behind it. And Busterford Jones kind of just rolls under the table. Just like, nope, there they go.
I'm sorry, that fake yawn made me real yawn.
Good. It should.
Yes. Action.
Fabulous. Great. That was McCavity's turn. It's now Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. They're going to be attacking the person that attacked them. So, they both rolled terribly. Great. So they're both going to dive towards Isn't. Wait. Okay.
I'm gonna let you know my AC is terrible.
Interesting. Well, I'm just a bit confused because I looked down at both my dice and I'm sure one of them was really bad, and then I looked down and now it's a 20, and I don't think it actually was that, so I'm going to re-roll it. Okay, great. So we have 15 and 18 to hit.
Both hit.
Both hit. Okay. Oh, wait, no, sorry. This is just Mungo Jerry. And he comes in with a third one as well for a 12.
No.
It
No,
gets
okay.
more terrifying.
Both of them
2
hit.
hits land. Great stuff. Okay, so he's coming in with his he's got like daggery claws. So each one, so that's 3, 5. So that's going to be 12 piercing damage as he kind of comes in and dives. Rumpelteazer has jumped in at the same time.
How much damage was it?
That was 12.
12.
But because you see both of them dive towards you, the 12 regular damage, you're sort of slightly distracted, so it becomes a sneak attack. So we get another additional 9 damage on top of that.
Reasonable.
Rumpelteazer is going to, as a bonus action, drop a smoke bomb around the three of you. There is a 10-foot square of smoke. And she is also going to come in for 3 attacks. That is 2 18s and a 16 on the dice, which all will hit. So that's going to be 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. That's doesn't stop there. That is another 18 damage. And then the sneak attack is another 9. So these two cats have just been... They've just glared at, isn't it? And both dove in. So you've got the proper comical, like, smoke cloud and there's just like a grung kind of pops up. Like a kobold dressed like a grung is just like, and gets pulled back down again. And the steel defenders just still like trying to waft away the little cats that are on you, who have now disappeared in this smoke cloud. With that, we go to the top of the round. Great. Can you all please make me a Constitution saving throw? The number you're looking for is a 14.
Does not pass.
9 again.
Actually, no, Kerfluffle, you don't need to.
Cool. Power of the
18.
hidden paw.
So what was that, isn't it?
18.
18, great. Tordy?
Can I just get these on attack rolls, please? That was another natural 20 for a 24.
Incredible.
I
Amazing.
need to keep this as my DM dice.
So
No.
what has happened is one of the 3 tall and lanky and a bit scraggly ginger cats, eyes are very sunken in as well, has reached over and has pulled a lever. And from the ceiling, from the sprinkler system, there's just this fine, sparkly powder has descended from the ceiling. Kerfluffle, you're fine anyway. Isn't it? And Tordy, you're doing pretty well. I mean, isn't it? You're very distracted. There's a lot going on in your vicinity right now anyway. Tordy,
Isn't
you
its
kind
own
of...
hands?
Tordy, you sort of see this coming down and you breathe it in and it smells quite nice. A little sort of woody, but you're sort of generally fine. Legomorilis, this powder goes into your brain. Can you now please make me a wisdom saving throw? And the DC is now 16.
Okay, here we go. 30-20.
You feel, as this powder enters your brain, your eyes just go like the pupils go huge for a second, and you just suddenly feel the urge to run, gotta run. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Does Pinecone need to roll?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh no.
Oob is in my armor, safely in my armor.
Oob is okay.
Good.
Glowbold is
It's
a
immune
robot.
to being charmed, so yeah.
It's not a charm.
Hmm.
I guess it would
Isn't it?
maybe be a poison effect.
Is also immune to poison.
Yeah, it's a robot. It's fine. How did Pinecone do?
okay, so she
So
got...
14 con.
No, she failed that. And now let's see.
16 whiz?
I'll just roll a... 2. That's an 8. My girl's got the zoomies.
Yeah, she needs to spend her next turn running round in a circle and then attacking the closest person.
Not that dissimilar from how she normally is.
But that could be anyone.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't work out that it wasn't play until probably the teeth are sunk into my side. I'm just like, yeah, we're having fun. Oh no.
Question, how does it affect a sentient cabbage?
It's a cabbage, doesn't breathe.
I need to run. I really need to go.
Oh, what's happening now?
Oh, poor Eeyore.
Everybody else is having a good time. Why couldn't I get it?
We're back at the top of the round. Kerfluffle, you have your orders.
Do I get the vibe that they want me to incite violence, or just get them out and defend the casino?
Your orders were to defend the casino from this group, but you do note that you currently are carrying the pollicle.
Is there a window?
Yeah.
The
Actually,
Polsco's
no, well, no,
legs
it's
are
a-
like,
It's a casino. So traditionally, no, because you don't want the patrons to realise what time of day it is. It's midnight,
Okay.
by the way.
So there's just one doorway in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably quite far away, so what I can do is I can throw a psionic blade many feet in front of me, according to a dice. Sorry, character. How do I do this? So to do the teleportation, I roll a soul of psychic die, and then that's my 10. So I can go 70 feet.
Great.
Does that get me most of the way to the door?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just take Pinecone and I just say, "Look, there's jam outside!" as I throw Pinecone through the door.
Yeet. Yeet the pupper.
Yeet.
Yeet. I'm sorry.
Out with the barnacles. So Pinecone has flown out the door into a massive crowd of cats that have escaped out that way as well. So you just hear, as the doors kind of swing close, you just hear and more carnage, dustbins clanging, scrabbling everywhere.
The casino has been defended. I am ineffable.
Great. You do also notice that Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer are fighting with Isnit. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
So let me check. So the homing strike is it's not homing strike. It's telepathic teleportation. So that was technically a bonus action. Was throwing Pinecone out of the door my action?
Object interaction?
hey.
You see the stick?
So yeah, so I've had bonus action, I've had action, so there's not much else I can
It's
do.
more
But
of a
I
grapple.
will,
Yeah.
yeah. So I will move up to kind of be between Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer and be like, "Hello, I'm on your side now."
Oh, hello! Come join us. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Scratch, 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 scratch.
Can I introduce you in personal independence payments?
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
I've no need for insurance. I'm the one that causes people to need it in the first place.
Thank you.
Look, Amaryllis, what you doing? What's your plan?
Looks at the door. She's gonna sleep well tonight. Fully not conceiving of this being a problem. Looking and like, okay, so those dancing cats were being mean.
We have names, you know.
Oh, what's your name?
It's Mungo Jerry, and she's Rumpelteazer.
And I'm Fluffles.
Look
Yeah.
I want you to meet a friend of mine. She's very nice, but also very scary. As I cast, as we see as magic, as like a humanoid form starts rising up. Tall, red hair. She's like, hello, no, oh God, no, not this one, not this one. And she starts shrinking back down again as a hand puppet floats there in the air. I'd like you to meet the spirit of death that is the Tempest.
Sure.
She's like, I'm not a cat. What is going on? Why are you wearing a hat? I don't know, it's Christmas. What? Anyway,
I have an important question, Tom. Have you summoned a spirit of death that looks like the Tempest?
I haven't summoned the Tempest.
You've not summoned the Tempest?
No.
Okay, I was going to say.
Like when Amarella summoned Silver, but
Yeah.
it wasn't Silver.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, it is, what's the scariest person I know?
Yeah.
The hand puppet. So the hand puppet sort of looks at it and goes, Fluffles, what is this? Why are you dressed as a cat?
Well, I got the costume, and now I'm defending the casino with my new best friends, Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer.
She's Jellicle now.
I am.
Oh, shut up.
Jellicles can and Jellicles do.
I'm more of a Sondheim fan anyway. And just comes in. Look, they can see beyond the veil. They care about musicals. So the Tempest is going to start making swipes at the two Jellicles. So number of reflexes equal to the level of the spell. So I did it at 5th level. So rolling down, that's 2. Nice. So does a at that spell modifier does a hey, does the 27 hit?
I think it will, yeah.
Interesting. So let's say Mungo Jerry takes
Sure.
one d8. So that's 3. And also, sorry folks, I'm looking at the spell and it's like, oh no, work it out yourself. 3, 6, and 11 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. Yeah. Ow!
Yeah, you don't like that, do you?
No.
Fluffles, do I need to hit you?
I am defending my brethren. I have done no wrong and I am better than you.
That's true.
Right. Say that to her face. Actually, I think as she comes towards you now, this is non-lethal. This is just kind of like, again, if this hits, this is like such a weird thing because it's a soft plush paw hitting you, and it's like, oh, that's also ghostly. Does 18 hit you?
Yeah, just.
Goodness. So that's 1d8 plus that. You take. What's that?
Look at it, it's just a hat talking to us.
You take.
3, 6. That is another 11 points of necrotic damage as a ghostly paw just like, stop it.
And I can uncanny dodge some of it, I believe.
Yeah. And then make a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. So I think that's 5 damage?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me just do that. Da-da-da-da.
I mean, hate to PvP, but I want my friend back.
I got 11.
That does not cut it, I'm afraid.
Really? Really? The little cat's more scary than me.
Ooh. I don't have any dice to offer you this time.
I will remember this.
Oh.
Within sort of like using a bonus action, looks at Mungo Jerry and goes, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
He can try. Okay. That is 9.
Correctly, this little kitty cat is now terrified of the hand puppet ghost. Hiss.
I don't like it. I don't like it. What's going on? What's your problem? Keep attacking this one. He's delicious. Nom, nom.
Looks up and down. You can do so much better, Kerfuffle. Really.
What do you mean? Better than Mungo Jerry and Rumblteazer.
The puppet comes closer to Mungo Jerry to make a go.
And most of the time they leave it at that, but not today.
Not today. Is there anything else Legomarillis would like to do?
I think Legomarillis, like, very politely is getting off the table and is, like, waddling over to the door to just, again, hasn't realised that they're in combat, but is like, I'm gonna go get Pinecone.
Does Pinecone get anything? She's just running around with cats, I think.
I think so. I think
What a lovely day.
Yeah, she's having a wonderful day. We can take her to like the desert area, and that's quite big. But this is new and fun smells, and is knocking over. We just to do another Tom thing. It's like when Nutmeg got loose. There's just crashing. There's things breaking. She's having a wonderful... The one thing we can't take away from her is she's had a lovely day
A
out.
lovely day, yes. Tordy, your turn.
Oh, but I haven't actually initiated anybody in combat. All I did was make the place go really sparkly. So I shouldn't be targeted by anything. I just want to point that out because I am friendly and I have avoided everything and I'm singing in my head and I would like to sneak around and see if the 3 ginger cats are an illusion
How are you testing?
by looking really, really hard.
Looking really, really hard. Make me an investigation check.
Not too bad at investigation. If that's another natural 20, it's not. It's a 5 for a 9.
Okay. It's really hard to tell.
Because when the narrator said that they were all the same cat,
Yeah.
I thought that they might have been the Squiggle Masters in disguise,
Ah.
is what I thought. But I got right up into their faces and I'm just like,
Okay,
"Hi."
you're not trying to be stealthy about it at all.
Actually, I think I would be. I'd be right behind them because that's what Jakarth would do. Yeah, I could be right behind
Do
him,
you
just
want to make
staring
me
at
a
him.
stealth check?
Yeah, that's a better roll than the one I just did.
Even funnier, he was off mic for that. He got that close.
I rolled an 18 for a 26.
Let me just.
Oh, Nat. Sweet Nat.
He does not see you.
He's literally just...
Hi. I don't say hi, I just look.
Okay, so you probably don't have enough movement to check all 3. So I'm going to say there was one near the bar, which is kind of where the cluster was.
Oh, I thought they were all together on one of the...
No, they were separated out the room. They were around the room. So there was one near the bar, which is sort of near where this cluster of Isn't It being attacked by cats is. There was one across the room from that, and there was one sort of north of the room. So they're kind of in a triangle shape. So which one? When Kerfluffles ran away with the Pollicle, she was running sort of more towards the other side of the hall, so would have been closer to the other side. So if we go, A is top, B is the one by the bar, and C is the third one. Which one did you want to go investigate?
I'll go to the one at the bar first.
Closest to everyone else. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. Just to know where you are.
And then if my investigation check was not, or my stealth check was not an action, then I'll move to another one.
You probably
As
don't have
if
enough
I
movement
dash.
to get there.
If I dashed as
If
an
you
action.
dashed. Okay, yeah, sure. Which other one would you like to get to?
I'll go to number A, please.
Number A. Okay,
Number
sure.
A.
Make another.
What? Why did I say number A?
Oh, go on. Yeah, we're running low on time. Make another investigation check.
I should have said letter A, not number A. Oh, that was better. That's an 19 for a 23.
Yeah, great. Yeah, you can see that this one is an illusion.
Oh.
Just poof, disappears in a ginger cloud.
Oh.
And then the other 2, kind of their eyes just kind of woof, look at you.
I disappear. Hey, confetti.
Confetti happens. That was the cat disappearing. Confetti. You have already used plenty of actions. I'm just going to say that as this one explodes in a pile of confetti, you are just stood standing there, and the eyes of the other 2 kind of laser focus in on you.
It's one of those video game... There's one of those sort of video game flower pots next to me. I'll just pick it up and put it in front of my face.
What are you doing, little dragon? It is now, Isn't It's turn. How are you looking, Isn't It?
I mean, yeah, not great. Isn't It's head just kind of pops out of the clouds. I'm glad. I'm just glad it ain't trains. I don't know. I think that they're quite dexy, and I've just been looking down my spells, and I only have one that isn't a dex save. So, oh no, two spells. Yes, one of which I won't be using. I think it's gonna have to be. So by taking on the guise of a grum, isn't it has become quite sweaty, and is just going to kind of, oh, what's this? Yuck! Wipe some of the sweat off, which is me casting poison spray at whichever of the two cats is looking the least.
They're actually now looking pretty equal.
Yeah. In that case, Rumple teaser.
Sure.
So yeah, could they make a Constitution saving throw?
Con save.
Con.
Ooh,
It's the only other save I can do.
14.
Doesn't beat a 19.
Aha!
So that's 2d12s.
Ooh, chunky.
Not bad. 10. And I'm going to use the action to increase it as well by 2d6.
Nice.
So there's an extra kind of jolt of force damage to the tune of 6.
6 was exactly what you needed. She, as she gets this wave, so it's a poison spray that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So as this
Yeah.
poison, what does it look like?
It is literally if someone were in the gym working out and they were incredibly sweaty and you were to literally just like wipe it off them, it just sloshes off in buckets. But it's poisonous.
Tom's face just like,
I'm
dude.
even like, we're little lizards. How are you sweating? You're like,
I wouldn't think about it too quickly.
and yet I did.
Yeah, she hisses and staggers back. No. And she's not. She's just kind of fallen unconscious out in outrage at the stink, the lizardy stink.
Yep.
Great. Bonus actions. Go bold. Globold. I
Bonus
wrote the name
action.
down and I keep forgetting it.
Well, actually, yeah, seeing as we have bonus actions, let's use them. So I am obviously also a kobold. So I'm going to Draconic Cry. I'm going to Draconic Cry.
Rah.
So yeah, it's just automatic. Myself and my allies, which no longer includes Kerfuffle. You've been excommunicated.
Very naughty cat.
Have advantage on attack rolls against enemies that can against the enemies that can hear me.
Okay.
So allies don't have to have heard me. Enemies do. And that's my bonus actions. I suppose though that means I can't command. God, has it been that long since I've done? Yeah, I have to spend my bonus action, so I did that instead of telling Global to do anything.
He's still just trying to gently waft any cats off your shoulders, but they're all gone, so he's just being diligent about it. The wafting is helping with the smoke bomb a little bit, actually. It's clearing up.
I thought you were going to say with the sweat.
No, nothing can help you with that. Great. That takes it to McCavity's turn. The two cats, the two tall ginger cats, who've locked eyes with Tordy now, both disappear and reappear right in front of you. You're muted, but it didn't look good.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Right. It's gonna make some attacks. Okay, so that's a 28 and a 23.
Neither of them hit because I'm awesome.
Sure. Okay. That is going to be
Please.
no. 17 slashing damage for the first hit. And dice, please. 26 slashing damage for the second hit. The two of them sort of dance in front of each other, so it's quite hard to tell which one attacked you. So, like, one arm comes from one and the other arm comes from the other. And then as you take both of these hits, just like, it doesn't look like he should be this brutally strong, because he looks kind of weedy and scraggly, but both of them just like scrape across your front, and as you're spun around from that, scrapes across the back. And as you're spun around from the second attack, you sort of, in the corner of your eye, you notice there is like a floating spectral paw there as well. And you notice it just in time to trip over it. So you're suddenly on the floor. And this tall cat, did I mention he was tall? Like, he suddenly seems so much taller. He's just such a small little kobold. And he towers over you. And he picks you up from the scruff of your little costume. What do you think you're playing at here in my casino, little one?
This is really poor hostmanship.
How dare you? I am incredibly charming. From across the room. It's not a shout, but you all hear it echo and reverberate around this now empty casino in the manner of a shout. McCavity. And this moments ago terrifying cat that had you picked up, like, all the fur on his back bristles. Mungo Jerry, who was already frightened of the tempest, just full on flattens on the floor, plays dead. The dust cloud around Isnit clears, and Kerfluffle, you feel the miasma that was sort of persuading you that this was a great idea just drop. And there's part of you, the cat part of you, that just feels that sort of icy up your spine. Like, if Fluffles were here, she would know who this was. And there's a part of you in putting on that costume that sort of feels it. And a small black cat just walks in from the door and just kind of sits. What is going on here? I've had reports of interplanar disturbances. McCavity sort of turns around slowly, holding Tordy just sort of between a couple of claws. They came and invaded my casino. They brought a pollicle in, my lord. And the lord of all cats sits there, just licks a paw. Let them go. Just drops Tordy. And McCavity will kind of look at the four of you. Just silence.
I got your tongue?
Who are you putting your hand up to, the Lord of all Cats or to McCavity?
Think you're muted, Evie.
Whoops. Sorry. Just the room, whoever wants to call upon me may.
Yes. You.
Hello, my name is Kerfuffle. And we were sent here to find the Squiggle Masters with a riddle, and things have gotten a little bit out of pause.
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 He tilts his head back to McCavity and the tail just swishes a little bit. I said, let them go. McCavity sort of, he's not wearing a jacket, but he sort of adjusts his jacket. It's fine. I was going to anyway. It's been long enough. They are taking up the space anyway. Oh, fine. All of you follow me. And will stalk up the stairs towards the back of the casino.
I think we're being led to the royal they.
I don't like this place. They attacked me for no reason. I didn't do anything to them. I didn't even fire a single shot from this rather large bow that's on my back.
Oh, that's a shame.
Very rude.
Pinecone! Yay!
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can't. The rules are clear. This is a feline-only establishment.
Oh, no. She's a polycule.
Exactly.
Polyamorous.
Polycle.
What?
Polycle.
Polyamorous, yeah.
She can be polyamorous outside.
You hear that? Okay. You're gonna be okay outside. You're not gonna chase any more cats. Good.
What does that mean for us, though? Because we're not.
We think what my associate means to say is, thank you very much for your hospitality.
You are here on a mission, are you not?
Yeah. So is the polycle.
Kerfuffle?
I just wanted to put it out there that I don't think I'm better than the rest of you. I actually like you, and I don't know why I started dancing like a cat.
Because everybody wants to be a cat.
Did we miss there was a little montage during the fight where Kerfuffle was just doing like little acrobatic leaps and
Yeah.
big stretches? Yes, a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
You all follow McCavity up the stairs?
As we pass the Lord of all Cats, I will slip Dr. Afuensis' business card. We do a good pet plan. Carries on.
He'll just tuck it in a little back pocket.
Cats are known to do.
You heard me, Josh.
Hmm.
And we'll sort of slowly walk behind you. You make your way up to McCavity's office. Inside is another McCavity snoozing on the chair, just like feet up on the desk, kind of. And he sort of rolls his eyes. Sleeping on the job again, Bumblerina. And she kind of pops up. What? Oh. I would have pretended to be you if anyone came in. It's fine. She kind of gives herself a little scratch and then goes back to falling asleep again. On the wall in this room, you can see a whole bunch of certificates. With a little, similar to how Isn't had his little checklist before. This one has a stamp on each certificate. Suspicious handling of a salmon. Done. Flying a kite in a way that causes public irritation. Stamp. Done. Wore high heels to the Acropolis. Stamp. Done. Sold state secrets to the enemy. Stamp. Sold his children. No, let's take that one down. Ignore that. We'll stick on the lighter side of things. Kissed for longer than 5 minutes in Iowa. Yeah. There's also a big filing cabinet next to it. You get the feeling that there's more and more and more certificates, and they just keep going. He passes by the filing cabinet, and it's kind of similar to actually Tordy's wall of screens. There's a wall of screens there, and you can see there are various screens covering the casino, security cameras from there, and there's also like security cameras that basically just show whatever McCavity is looking at. And there is another one that shows a room where there are giant bird cages. And inside the bird cages in this room, you see the illusionist, the poppet, the forge master, and the playmaker. Snoozing, curled up, licking their hands. Actually, the poppet has a little stretch and a scratch behind the ear. The forge master is sort of looking like he wants scritches. Just going, "Ah!"
Don't we all?
Yeah. And as you clock all that, McCavity rolls his eyes, pulls a lever, and a door opens into that room.
Oh, them. Okay, that makes sense. The Squiggle Masters are still gone, though. Maybe never to return. It's a true tragedy.
Yeah, some other adventurers are supposed to be coming to save them. Can you take us to the Squiggle Masters, please?
Yeah.
Take your property and get off mine.
I mean, I think technically we're their property, but okay, sure.
Our parents, I'm not sure, really.
You sort of see as the Lord of all Cats has just been sat there and sort of does a little sniff and her head tilt to McCavity, and McCavity walks out of the room, and the Lord of all Cats walks very slowly and very calmly behind him. You don't see them again.
they never returned. Okay. So if we get the illusionist, we can have more jam, and then the others will also be with us. Looking at the puppet, it's like, it's still missing his hand. It didn't grow back. Humans don't grow things back.
You'll just get the Bomble Arena McCavity on the chair was like, oh, well, if he's letting them go, you'll need this. And we'll toss a little pot to one of you, whoever wants to catch it.
I have no dex skill. Not to me.
One of us will, both myself and...
You both go and crash heads together, but you have caught the pot.
Thanks, Taylor Swift.
It's fine. Am I American or am I British? No one really knows. And the pot says anti-catnip.
Ah.
Do we need to smear this all over them?
Yes.
Like I do with the dice?
Yes. They need to learn their lesson. They spent a year...
Bath time!
We're making a bath!
Delightful. So I'll leave you all with the image of these 4 little kobolds opening these cages and decatting the 4 question masters. You just smearing powder all over them.
Yeah, oiling them up.
Great, yeah. And they start kind of, you get, if you start by the head, you get a little bit of purring to start with. But then as the anti-catnip starts to take effect, you'll get the illusionist suddenly be like, yes, no, behind, oh, wait, what, that's it, get off. Let us never speak of this again. Everyone, back to the dungeon. And you are all returned to your nest. Now, over the sort of the days that follow, you are not consulted with necessarily, but you do hear over the many screens, Tordy watching over the maze, you do hear little snippets of conversation between the four of them. How could we have let this happen? It was nearly a year.
I don't think anyone noticed. I mean, I suppose less people being kidnapped probably has changed the environment, but...
I noticed.
Oh, come on, like you didn't enjoy being a cat. It's a little holiday, a little hollybobs, as the mortals say.
I went straight from one prison to another. That's not good.
Yes, well, that first one was your own fault. I take no responsibility for that.
No.
Yeah.
I suppose I could upgrade the security system. Probably some stronger locks on the doors. These magical portals aren't particularly secure.
Yes, we don't want them coming here again. You'll also get a little snippet of, and I'm sort of throwing this to you three, but one of the question masters will berate the illusionist for her idea.
I mean, I'm not very happy with you. It's a terrible idea, you know.
All I wanted was to try and get into the mind of the cats. We can stop that Lord of all Cats once and for all and stop any more Fluffles incidents from happening. I didn't think that he would cheat at cards.
Well, that's very much on you. Cats are wily creatures, and I think Fluffles is very much a force of nature. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't want to take a job with us. You know, power, chance...
No, we didn't want her to take the job with us. We didn't want her.
Well, you know, having spent a bit of a while as a cat, I'm starting to see things from her point of view, and cards. It's a fun little time. But,
Don't
you know...
turn on their side. We'll just leave these little snippets. Yeah. In the remaining time, what do we think is happening to the kobolds? Are you just going back to your jobs and completely ignoring what happened? Do you try and visit anywhere else with the new powers of the Hecatahedron?
knock on the illusionist door.
Yes, what?
Jam, please.
Oh, for goodness sake.
We formed a union!
Mm-hmm. We have rights.
Here's the union.
Oh, no, this is terrible. Forge Master, they're unionizing. What do we do?
Forge Master goes over to the door, shuts it, locks it.
That's not a bad idea, actually. It's going to take them a rather long time.
Oh, phew, thank
We
you.
will not be silenced.
A hatch opens in the floor. There's other ways! As we pop up, there's maintenance shafts!
You do realise that we maintain this place. Oh, Jam.
And as we hear chanting and placards being waved outside the Question Master's door with four...
Everybody out!
All the NPCs are also marching with us.
We have four interdimensional, supposedly omnipotent and omniscient beings just cowering in a room against the power of unions. And isn't that a wonderful moral to end with?
Happy Christmas.
Happy
Hey, your
Christmas.
workers.
They've just gone from one prison to another.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Jammicle Janitors.
Yay!
A bit late to change the title now, but I'll do it.
Great. Thanks. Great work, Tordy. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight's show. If you enjoyed it, we play D&D every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. UK time. You can also join us on Wednesdays, again, 6 p.m. UK time, for non-D&D games, as well as live world building sometimes. All of our shows are streamed on twitch.tv/Roll Together RPG. And you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/Roll Together RPG. There's also podcast versions of our shows. Search for Roll Together RPG. You can find us on social media, search for Roll Together RPG. Huge thank you to our sponsors and supporters and our wonderful D20 Club. Thank you so much. You are all brilliant. I hope you enjoyed this very, very silly show. You can be as cool as the D20 Club if you can join for as little as one of your local currency. That may be a goat, that may be a gold, that may be a hidden poor token. But
Jam.
or a jar of jam. And that would be really helpful. It helps us make all of these shows. Thank you for watching, everyone. Good night.
Stay Janitors.
Stay Janmicle.
As we say at the end of every episode.
Moonlight.
A melodious poem.
Always stay classy at the table.